Hey, get the likes up, y'all. Get the likes up, bro. I have something crazy to tell y'all, bro. And this is something exactly what I was talking about like a month ago with Jalopy, bro. Y'all need to tap in, bro. I know that the UMG lawsuit just updated. I know that Drake is asking for Kendrick Lamar's contract and all of this stuff, and we'll get into that in a second. I mean, we'll get into that entirely, but there is something else that needs to be discussed when it comes to this case because I'm gonna tell you right now, bro, they are adding smear campaign on these requests. Now, this update in this lawsuit, bro, Drake had made multiple requests, but it doesn't end there. The problem with the request that Drake is making, there were smear campaigns that we addressed on this channel a month ago. Now, bro, this is crazy. They are adding stuff to the lawsuit that we've discussed on this channel for being capped, bro. For being capped. Shout out everybody in here, bro. Bro, like this up, bro. Nobody's gonna tell you like I'm gonna tell you right now, bro. They are adding stuff right here that is all cap. Everybody come in here, bro. Tell a friend to tell a friend, bro. I'm about to show you how much cap is in this lawsuit, bro. There is so much cap that they just added in here. And I'm not just saying that, bro. The stuff that Drake just added in his lawsuit, we literally talked about a month ago. We literally talked about Triple N Podcast, the no NDA network. Everybody remember that video I made? Guess what? They made the lawsuit, bro. Drake is adding propaganda and smear campaign rumors on the lawsuit, bro. And they have it in writing, bro. I can't make this up, bro. I can't believe that I covered something that was capped and they decided to add it anyways, bro. They are desperate for information. They are desperate. They are completely desperate. I'm about to expose it all, bro. I'm about to call cap on everything. Hold on. Look, bro. Nobody, bro, respectfully, no one's going to tell you the way I'm about to tell you right now, bro. I swear to God, nobody is going to tell you how I'm going to tell you what it is, bro. Everybody that's out there, they're going to miss this part. And I'm going to be the only one to tell you right now, man. Look, there is a part in the case where Drake makes multiple requests. If I'm going to be honest, he makes about 75 requests for information. 75. Let me share this. This is there's more, but this is the last one. 75 document requests, right? 75 more, maybe more. Yeah, it probably is more because I saw 78 on the next page. But there is something with the 78th one that I want to get into. There's another request, bro. Look at this. Now, I'm pretty sure everybody's already talking about this. I'm pretty sure you probably got an update about this. Drake is asking for Kendrick Lamar's contract, but he's also requesting other documents. But the thing that I want to point out is that he is so desperate. He is requesting false information from PG Lang and UMG. He is requesting false information from people at Interscope. Ramon Alvarez Smickle. Do y'all remember the last time that I talked about Ramon Alvarez Smickle on this channel? If you do, it was when I was talking about No NDA Network. That was the last time I had talked about Ramon Alvarez Smickle on here. Now, the important part about this situation, and I'm going to bring it up right now. Make sure everybody get the likes up, y'all. Make sure y'all get the likes up, bro, because I'm going to break this down, bro. I'm gonna bring up my old video because this is literally what we talked about. This is literally what we talked about on this channel, bro. So look, y'all remember, bro, the 63 witnesses that Drake requested, right? There was 63 witnesses that he requested at this time. The name above me, Ramon Alvarez Smickle. Ramon Alvarez Smickle, bro. Remember when they started to throw a smear campaign on Twitter about this man? They added that to the lawsuit, bro. They requested that bullshit information, bro. It's all, hey, bro, it's almost laughable. It's almost laughable. Everybody put laughing emojis in the chat, bro. They are using fan accounts as resources of information, bro. It is disgusting. Look at this. Look at this. Hold on. Look at this. Ramon Alvarez Mickle was somebody that was the EVP and head of digital marketing at Interscope. The thing that we have to realize, nobody's going to notice this, but I do because I'm fucking insane. And I've looked up all this information for a long time. Ramon Alvarez Mickle was being defamed by somebody on Twitter by the name of No NDA Network. No NDA Network was saying that they had an exclusive to expose Mr. Smickle. Mr. Smickle was somebody that was named in Drake's lawsuit, and he was saying that he was going to drop a bomb. He was going to expose Interscope and Ramon Smickle all together. So he decides to share this fake invoice with Ramon Alvarez Mickle on there. Now, let me remind you that when this character got exposed, bro, he deleted his account because people confirmed that this is fake. He made this with a fake invoice generator. But the crazy part about all of this is that Drake is stupid enough to add this shit to his lawsuit, bro. This is crazy. And I'm going to show you the proof right now. Everybody, make sure you get the likes up, bro. Make sure you tap in. If you don't got the merch, make sure you cop the merch, bro. Hey, bro, this is crazy, dog. This is crazy, bro. I never would have thought that I would see this, only because I just covered it a month ago. But his lawyers, bro, these are fucking lawyers that get paid millions of dollars, and they're running with bullshit on the internet. What the fuck? Bro, I'm sorry if I'm yelling. I am completely sorry. I apologize sincerely. I'm so sincere. But look at this, bro. Hold on. Y'all make sure y'all get the likes up, bro. Y'all make sure y'all do everything you can to support the channel, bro. Cash App in the chat live. Everybody get it going, bro. Let me show you right now, bro. Let me show y'all right now. Everybody get the likes up, y'all. Now remember what I said. This channel was convinced that Ramon Alvarez Mickle, the same guy in the lawsuit, they were convinced that this guy was doing some type of foul play with NFR Podcast. They thought that he was paying NFR Podcast money to defame Drake. Look at this. Look at this right here. Ramon Alvarez Mickle at the top, and right here at the bottom. Let me see. You can see on my screen. Here. Now I gotta move my my thing right here. Hold on. You could see right here at the bottom left corner. It says NFR Podcast. Right? NFR Podcast. And apparently this is an invoice from someone at Interscope by Mr. Smickle paying NFR Podcast 30 grand to talk shit about Drake. This account was trying to spin this narrative on Twitter, and he got exposed for making a fake fucking invoice. He used, to show you right here, he used the invoice generator so he could make this. Look, and it's so simple to make this invoice. Kendrick billed to Drake, shipped to Drake for rat beef over $1 million. You see what I'm saying? This account, Triple N exclusive, which is No NDA Network, they made this invoice to try to frame Alvarez Smickle. Let me show you the document, bro. Let me show you. This is on the lawsuit, bro. This is fucking laughable. Hold on. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. All documents and communication relating to any payments by Ramon Alvarez Smickle, whether directly or indirectly, to the NFR Podcast to promote anti-Drake messages and to populate positive comments regarding Kendrick Lamar in the NFR podcast comments section to any whatever the fuck. They are trying to fucking get a narrative that people made on the internet, and they're trying to ask for that information to Kendrick from Kendrick and his team and UMG and all that shit, bro. No fucking way. No way. No way are they doing this. No way did they run with a narrative from the internet and they're trying to fucking spin it on this lawsuit, bro. Drake is getting finessed by his lawyers by $1 million, bro. They are fucking him in the ass, bro. I swear to God, bro. They are fucking him. They are just fucking the bro. He must like to get fucked at this point, because there is no way that your lawyers are this fucking stupid. They are not, bro. How fucking stupid can your lawyers fucking be, bro? How fucking stupid can they be? They're fucking looking up shit, bullshit that we covered on this page, bruh. We covered this shit on this page. This shit is not real. This shit's not real, bruh. Look how fucking stupid you look. Bro, fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that. Fuck that, bro. Look at this shit. No way, bro. No way. Let me calm down. Let me read it again. Let me analyze this shit. Let me calm down. My bad, y'all. I'm sorry for yelling. So like I said, bro, he requested, I don't know how many requests, over 100 requests, whatever. One of them getting all documents with Kendrick Lamar and all that shit. But the one that really, really just caught my attention was this one. This is why I had to go live immediately. Because we know that we've covered this story on this channel. We know that there was an account on Twitter that was trying to convince the public that NFR Podcast was getting paid off by Ramon Smicko at Interscope. Later on, bro, he got exposed because he was giving fake information. He was trying to frame these guys. He was trying to get Ramon Smicko to look bad. And when people exposed him for using fake invoices, he deleted his account. Once he got exposed for using a fake invoice, that account that was pushing that propaganda removed his account because he didn't want to face the embarrassment. What's crazy is that right after he got exposed for lying, not only did he delete his account, he started saying racist shit. So they are taking the word of a racist in the fucking courtroom, bro. This is stupid, bro. This is stupid beyond levels that I can't even comprehend, way. Like, I can't even fathom how much the fucking lawyers, the private investigators are fucking Drake in the ass, bro. They are fucking him. They are like no lube, no protection, just straight raw fucking them, bro. They don't even see what they're doing, bro. They are so oblivious. They are so oblivious to this shit, bro. They don't even realize that they are going off of fucking narratives that were created on Twitter by fucking Drake stans. I gotta get a drink. Oh, man. I don't want to lose my voice. Everybody get the likes up, y'all. We got 118 likes. We need to get that shit to 300, y'all. Ain't nobody going to tell you how I'm going to tell you, bruh. Ain't nobody going to tell you that I've already exposed these fucking lies before they even put them on paper. Before they were even in the fucking list, bruh. I already talked about that shit. Everybody going to cover the story, but they ain't going to break it down like I can, bruh. Fuck that. We talked about this a month ago. They're barely going to expose this shit in court, bruh. We already fucking blew this shit out the water. Fuck no, bro. Fuck no. I don't want to hear that shit. This guy is getting fucked for all of his money. Steak, kick, fucking what else? What else? His lawyer, his private investigators, his dog, fucking what fucking Crody is fucking him too, bro. Fuck that. Fuck that, bro. So look, back to the subject at hand, bro. So when I covered this account, right, I was trying to explain that this man was creating fake invoices. He tried to set it up for Ramon Smickle over there at Interscope because he wanted the NFR podcast. He wanted them to look guilty. But what's crazy about that within itself is that the majority of the population, the public opinion, was that NFR Podcast was siding with Drake. That's the whole crazy thing about this. No disrespect to the NFR Podcast. I don't know them. But from the public's perspective, from what I've seen online, people were saying that the NFR Podcast were posting more positive Drake than they were Kendrick. So this story don't even make sense on paper. Because how are you going to say that they were going to do a smear campaign on Drake when they're the ones posting good about Drake more than anybody else? But it's because NFR Podcast is being used as a scapegoat. Who is someone that is neutral, that isn't with us and isn't with them, and people don't like them? What is believable for the people to believe? Oh, NFR Podcast, right? They seem like somebody that people could think of as a fucked up individual. And he kept doing this. He kept doing this. Look at this. He kept trying to make them look bad. He kept trying to find a way to make them look guilty. He even, this fucking website, Ad Standards, is an account that tells people about some, like it holds information. And apparently this had information about NFR Podcast. From what this account is saying, that was never true. That was false. And it was so false that the account was reported by the Ad Standards account officially on Twitter. And they said that Ad Standards did not send this letter. Please take it down. I'm going to play my old clip real quick so y'all can see. To make these individuals on Drake's witness list look bad before they even go to court or even potentially get called to court. And it doesn't end there, because as we continue to look into the NDA network, they tried to say that they had information from Ad Standards in regards to NFR Podcast. Now, the screenshots that I have are blurry, but essentially they were trying to get this fake screenshot of Ad Standards, which apparently is this company that holds information from Canada. You could correct me in the comments, but this apparently is like his proof that NFR was doing some type of shady activity. Still, after he deleted his account, after he said those offensive things, he came back and tried to say that he was hacked. And he tried to say that people at Rock Nation hacked him because he's trying to spill the truth. But really, it's just him just saying messed up things and then trying to act like he was hacked to try to save face that he got caught with some fake invoices. But now he's trying to have some fake information or fake documents to try to prove NFR Podcast is doing some type of scam activity. Someone said nice Google Docs and screenshotted it and compared it to other Google Docs that you could just make on your computer. But what's funny is that Ad Standards themselves, their official account, had posted right under his post, and he said, Ad Standards did not send this letter. Please take it down immediately, which is so hilarious because the official account of Ad Standards saw what they were being posted about and told him that that was fake. So now again, for the third time in a row, this guy has been proven to be a liar and is trying to be a con artist and trying to spew propaganda to help Drake make these people on his witness list look bad. And this is the second time that we're seeing this pattern. We see it with Kojo, and we're seeing it with this account on Twitter, No NDA Network. And this is why they keep going out, and this is why they keep turning off their page. They keep getting put on blast because of the things that they're posting and the things that they're doing. They try to be a reliable source, and people are seeing them spew propaganda right in front of everybody. So moving forward into the future, moving forward into the updates that happened today, while Drake is asking for the contract and all of this other information, notice that he's trying to ask for that same information. All documented communications relating to payments by Ramon Alvarez Smickle, whether directly or indirectly to NFR Podcast to promote anti-Drake messages and populate positive comments regarding Kendrick Lamar. They are trying to spin it like NFR is responsible for this. But like I said previously, they got exposed. So the type of requests that they're making aren't even legit at all. Now, I could imagine that some of the requests could be legitimate. Like the one when they asked for Kendrick's contract, that is legitimate. You can't like that's just a regular request. And they've been asking for that since the very beginning. However, making requests like this is just like the lawyer is reading shit online and he's throwing it at the wall and seeing if it fucking sticks, bro. Like, I wouldn't doubt that over half of these, and I haven't even gone over all of them. This is just one of them. But this one fucking document request alone made me realize that half of these requests are bullshit. Complete, utter bullshit. Nobody should believe this at all. Everybody that is covering this is late. Everybody. Nobody knows this shit except me and a few select people. And shout out to the people that be covering it. I understand it, bro. I respect it, bro. I'm just getting passionate right now, so I'm not thinking clearly, bro. I'm sorry. But I gotta speak with that passion, bro, because I was covering this shit a month ago. And you heard me in the video. I think that they're trying to make these people look like criminals before they even step in the court of law. They haven't even brought Ramon Smickle into court, yet they already looking for contracts that don't exist, bruh. I caught this shit. Thank you, bro. Thank you, because that's all I'm just trying to say. But I'm not trying. It's not about the credit, though. It's not about the credit. It's the fact that this is just so mind-blowing that Drake would pay millions of fucking dollars just for these lawyers to come up with these bullshit requests, bro. It's discovery in a case where he has no proof. This is how it goes. If it makes it to an actual suit, then I could see being mad. But this is par for the course. And you might be right. But what bothers me more is that you could probably come up with some better antics than this one right here. If a random guy on the internet like me, right? If a random guy on the internet like me could break down what this is and tell you what it is, and I have I didn't pass the bar exam, bro. I didn't. But if I could go to court and tell Drake's lawyers this is full of shit, and I could tell you why, then how the fuck do they think they're gonna beat UMG's lawyers, bro? That guy, they want an invoice because they saw an invoice on the internet. Let's just keep it a bean. But let's just really think about it. Really, let's put the tinfoil hat on real quick, shall we? I got a tin can. I don't got a tinfoil hat. But let's just really think about it, right? If this is a real invoice, why don't we see this screenshotted in the documents? If this is a real invoice, why are they asking and requesting for that information? Why don't they just show the judge that they have it already? I'll tell you why. The reason why they can't just show this in court is because it's not real. It's fake. And they know it's fake. But the idea, I guess the lawyer, Drake's lawyer, he loves the idea so much, he decided to throw it in the lawsuit. He was like, just throw that shit in, bro. Just throw that. Drake already paid me, bro. Drake already paid me, bro. Throw that shit in the lawsuit. Like, no, bro. Look at this shit, man. Hold on. I gotta get the timestamp. That's why. NFR Podcast, bro. Like, do you really see what I'm trying to tell you, bro? If this contract was real, if it was real, if it was real, they would take it in court with no problem. And then this is another reason why I said it was fake in the beginning. If this was a real invoice, whoever is trying to help Drake by exposing this information, they wouldn't have just put it on the internet. They would have just gave it to Drake, messaged it to Drake, or emailed it to his lawyer. They didn't have to post it on the internet. Drake doesn't benefit his case by doing that. But since this is fake and not real, there's a reason why it played out the way it did. You see what I'm saying? And then moving forward, this guy just faked this shit because anybody could fake this shit. Look, I made this shit. Well, I didn't make this shit. Someone had made this shit on Twitter, bro. But I found the website where they made it on. This is billed to Drake, shipped to Drake, rap beef Drake for $1 million invoice. It looks the fucking same. Anybody could just create an invoice on the internet, bro. That's how people do it regularly, bro. It is beyond messed up. Beyond messed up. And I'm about to expose that shit, bro. Fuck anybody on Twitter making up some fake allegations about this, about the people involved in this case. This is why I'm being vocal, because a lot of people talk about Kojo, a lot of people talk about this case, and when it starts getting technical, all we could do is speculate. But they just continue on that side, I'm saying, right? They continue trying to run with a narrative like they know everything, like they have all the information and like all this other bullshit. But it's like, bro, you're just speculating just like everybody else. But what's worse is that you're running with narratives and creating narratives, trying to frame these people. But then people like, you know who, want to claim that they're neutral, that UMG and Drake are attacking them. Do you understand what I'm saying, bro? Do you see exactly what I'm trying to put down, bro? Shout out everybody in the building, man. Shout out everybody in the chat. Everybody get the likes up, y'all. Shout out, hold on. Shout out Spock the Doc. Everybody put W Spock the Doc in the chat for the $20 donation, man. Let's go, man. My bad. I didn't have my phone. I was getting in the zone, bruh. The W Spock the Doc, man. Let's go, bruh. Spam that shit, y'all. Look, ain't nobody gonna tell you the way that I'm gonna tell you, bruh. Sometimes I wish I could. Sometimes I wish I could talk a little bit better. Maybe I could announce whatever, literate myself, whatever the fuck. But I'm just gonna call it what it is, bruh. I don't got a bar exam, bro. I ain't passed the bar exam, but I can tell you right now, if somebody who just has a high school degree, if I could break this down and tell you that this shit is cap, imagine what fucking UMG's lawyers are gonna do to this shit. And I hate people that run with that narrative that think that I'm in support of UMG. Man, fuck UMG, fuck the system, and fuck everything. You know what I mean? Like, I don't give a fuck. The reason why I'm doing this is because it's showing you how somebody like Drake or somebody with a lot of money is able to manipulate the system. They're able to manipulate the media and try to get people to believe shit like this when there is no way in hell people like me and you could fall for shit like this. Me and you know, bro, like there is no way that someone is going to be able to believe some shit like this. And how it goes to a fucking federal judge and goes to court is beyond me. I think we're entering a fucking episode of Atlanta, bro. I think we're entering an episode of Atlanta. On God, bro. On God, bro. This feels like the Twilight Zone. It's almost like everything that I cover goes into the fucking lawsuit. This is probably, but this is the first time it really hits home for me, low key. This is the first, because I literally covered this story like a month ago, like 4 weeks ago, bro. I covered this story right after Kojo, and it was because of Jalopy, bro. Big shout out to W Jalopy in the chat. It's always Jalopy that throws something in there, and I peep what he does, and then I just run with it, bruh. You see what I'm saying? Read the invoice that I just read and read this shit. I haven't even gone to the other requests, bro. When if I go over, and I am, it's 30 minutes into the live, bro. We covering the first lie. Like, we covering the first lie in all the 100 requests that fucking Drake had made, bro. All the 100 requests that he made, we going over the first cap. And you know, I saw this shit like a hawk, bro, like fucking Hawkeye vision, bro. Boom, I saw that shit. I fucking reacted quick, bro. I was like, hell yeah. I'm about to call that shit out right now. Now, look. I told this to people when I first made this video, right? When I covered this fake invoice, when I covered this account that was reporting it, I was trying to say that this shit wasn't believable, but they claimed that it was a bombshell. Another thing that didn't make it believable either was the fact that Ramon Alvarez Smickle is the first individual that is titled in Drake's witness list. So Drake has 63 people, right? Drake has 63 people in his witness list. The very first person named on there, besides him and UMG, because it's Drake and then it's UMG. Right after those two, the very first person is Ramon Alvarez Smickle. You see what I'm saying? The next person, hold on. The next person, right after Ramon Alvarez Smickle, guess who? Guess who? This is the first page, y'all. And Drake and UMG don't count because they're at court for each other. But look who's first on the list. What two names are on there first? Y'all tell me. It's almost like whoever did the smear campaign just looked at the witness list and attacked the two first people on there, bro. You know, they've been going hard on Kojo on the internet. They've been going crazy on him on the internet. And now this lawsuit is added. We're going back to Ramon Alvarez Smickle 1 month later. Nah, don't tell me that's true, bro. You see? Another fabricated lie. So shout out Absa. I saw that she was covering this. She was like, I was on Absa's live. Drake is asking for information on Kendrick's kids, any abuse allegations, Dave Free and Whitney's relationship. That is unbelievable. This boy is straight clowning. Nah, I swear to God, bro, because this is exactly what I'm saying. What they're doing currently, they're just throwing shit at the wall and hoping that it sticks. That right there alone is just something that they're probably going to do because he already accused him of doing that. And they're trying to make that true. If anything, that's the hyperbole that Drake was talking about. And now he's trying to claim it as fact. That's the crazy part about this, is that when we're talking about the rap battle, we're talking about hyperbole. So now you want to throw out some information and claim that it's true or find out if it's true. What if UMG does the same to you? What if UMG tries to prove, if Drake is trying to prove that there was an abusive relationship, what happens when UMG tries to prove if Drake is a pedophile? The discovery goes both ways. And remember what UMG had told Drake in the very beginning of the discovery. Be careful what you wish for because you just might get it. If he's going to attack Kendrick and his family over abuse allegations to find out if they're true, let's see UMG chase Drake and find out if his pedophile allegations are true also. It's going to go both ways. It's going to get fucking messy. It's going to get worse, bro. So everybody, bro, I just want y'all to see this real quick. And let me, for the people that are just joining, this is the witness list. these are the people that have been targeted currently: Ramon Alvarez Smikle and Kojo Mene Asamoah. As soon as Drake had dropped these requests that he had made to the court, one of the requests out of all the 100, this is document 1 going all the way to 75, bro. Document 1 going all the way to 75 and then some. But when we get to document request number 78, what we read is that Ramon Alvarez Smikle, they want to find information relating to any payments regarding him and NFR Podcast to promote anti-Drake messages and to populate positive comments regarding Kendrick Lamar. What I was telling everybody that was here was that information was debunked by me a month ago. NDA Network on Twitter said that they had an invoice from Ramon Alvarez Smikle claiming that he paid NFR Podcast. He had said that a while ago. He had claimed that this was real information. But later, you could see Ramon Alvarez Smikle's name right here. And then you could see where it says NFR Podcast at the bottom. It says UMG, and then it says NFR Podcast. But this information wasn't real. This information was fake. He used a fake invoice generator to create this. Let me get the NFR Podcast. This right here, NFR Podcast for 34 grand. Let me show you this, because this is the website that people use to fake in same outcome. This is invoice generator, or at least one of them, and you can make the same exact copy that they did. And you could even bill it to Drake and ship it to Drake. And you could put for $1 million. You know, this is rat beef. Charge it to $1 million. Charge it to the game. And this is how people were able to tell you that this isn't real. I mean, you could just go online and just fake this up. The crazy part is that after this guy got exposed, right? Because after he had submitted this and people called him out for it being fraud, people got on his case. People were telling him, hey, you know, this isn't real. This is just fake. He thought that people were going to eat this up and believe it. He got so upset for people finding out that this wasn't real. He went on a crazy rant online and ended up just deactivating his account altogether. So he had posted all these crazy things because nobody would believe him. So he just decided to just crash out. Not only, and this is the part that I have to make sure y'all remember, not only did he delete his account because people called him out for being fake, he went on a racist fucking rant, bro. He was dropping the N-word. He was saying all this crazy shit. He called Kendrick the N-word. He called Drake the N-word. He was saying all of this stuff. And then he reactivated his account. And then he said that he got hacked by Rock Nation. So now all of a sudden you throw Rock Nation into the fucking equation. Let's just keep it a buck, bro. You were saying racist ass shit because you got exposed for being a fucking liar. But it doesn't even matter because Drake's lawyers are so desperate, they'll run with a bullshit narrative because that's all they have. That's all they have. They don't have anything else, bro. They have nothing else to go on. That's all they got to support themselves, bro. And that's the sad truth of it all. Shout out everybody in the chat, y'all. Shout out everybody that's tapped in. Big shout out to Day One Supporter Junior, bro, for the 5, bro. Salute W Junior in the chat, y'all. That's all they have, bro. That's all. And the thing that bothers me is that it's going to continue to get worse. Just like someone said, they're going to try to prove a narrative that Drake created in a rap beef. They're going to try to prove that if Kendrick really did abuse Whitney, bro, I'm telling you, if that's the case, they're going to reverse the table. The turns have tabled, and they're going to try to prove if Drake's a pedophile. If you're trying to prove your allegation to the court, then what makes you think that UMG won't do the same thing to you with your pedophile allegations? Oh, I get this bitch out of here, bro. I don't want to hear y'all, bro. Get the fuck out of here. I know everything, motherfucker, bro. Get the fuck out of my face with that shit. Look, bro. You know the Drake fans coming in, bro. You know I got them pissed, bro. I got them pissed. I got them mad. Look, they're mad. They're in here pissed, bro. They're in here mad because they know what the fuck I'm doing. Don't be mad at me, bro. I'm just trying to call it for what I see, bro. I ain't trying to do nothing crazy, bro. Hey, I'm not out here putting that information out here to look real. I'm not doing crazy shit like that. Let's get, bro. I like it. It just drives me crazy how they're trying to run with narrative after narrative after narrative, and someone like me and you could just look at it at face value and just understand that they're just trying to make lie after lie after lie. It's embarrassing. Apparently, they provided a heavily redacted version of his contract, and it's not enough for Drake. What's crazy about that, because I have that here, right? Let's talk about that real quick. Let's segue into that. Because fucking, oh my God. Almost vomited looking at that shit. Hold on. I think I got to zoom out a little bit. So I got the screenshot here. This is when I first heard about the case. I was going on my phone. I was just looking up shit. And I saw that one of the requests, this is another bogus request, bro. This is how you know they're desperate. And this is something I wanted to talk about since we're on the subject. They said, on June 24th, you produced a heavily redacted version of the Interscope agreement with Kendrick Lamar. The extent of your redactions, which cover the vast majority of the 22-page agreement, render the agreement unreadable and incomprehensible. Well, maybe it's because your lawyer can't fucking read, Drake. Maybe your fucking lawyer is stupid to the bones, bruh. Maybe it's not because it's unreadable and incomprehensible. Maybe it's because your lawyer doesn't know how to read. If he's stupid enough to get bogus claims from Twitter, hopefully, I pray to God, he's smart enough to read a fucking contract, because how the fuck is anything redacted? Now, but let me get serious for a second. Because one thing that I wanted to say was, how do you even know what is there and what isn't? How do you know what is missing and what is not? You have to be unable to read that shit like a mug, bro, for it to be missing. How much information are you missing, bro? Like, if they give you a contract, what do you want to read that you're not reading? The number? Do you want the number? Do you want the detail? What do you want, bro? What is it that you're going to read that makes a difference from what you have now? And everybody's talking about Drake wants the contract. Well, remember when he first asked for the contract, it was AEO, attorney's eyes only. So it doesn't matter if they give him the full extended contract. We were already expecting that. The problem is that no matter, even if Drake gets it, his attorney is the only one that could see it, and he's the only one that could argue it. I don't even think that Drake is in court to even hear or see what the lawyer is looking at. but the attorney themselves, when they are in court, they only are able to argue what they read on paper, but are only able to articulate it in a certain way. They aren't able to break down every single thing that they read on the contract. So my best guess is whatever he has, it wasn't enough. Let's just keep it a buck. Whatever Drake's lawyer read on Kendrick's contract, it wasn't, how do I say it? It wasn't incriminating enough for him to spin a narrative. It wasn't creative enough. It wasn't enough. It wasn't incriminating at all. So what does he say? It's redacted. I bet you anything, UMG could just say that's what it is. If you don't like it, then fuck you. You know what I'm saying? Like that's all he could do, bruh. How you gonna tell me it's a redacted contract when I'm the one that made the fucking contract? What are you talking about? How do you know what's in the contract or not? How do you know what is there and what's missing? You never seen the contract before, so how would you even know that? They think that UMG is giving Kendrick an enormous bag of money so they could convince themselves they are knocking Drake off, but they fail to realize that Kendrick is stagnant with his drops. I think the other thing too, bro, is that they want to see if there's any type of manipulation going on besides what they're trying to throw at the wall. So my best guess is that, for example, this crazy example, right? This is a lie. that we've debunked on the channel. This is a lie that we talked about. You can check out the video. It's called Drake Lawsuit Leads to Suspicious Smear Campaign Online. Crazy how I worded that. And then it fucking happened, bro. And then it fucking happened, bro. Look at this shit. I wrote this shit a month ago, bro. That's crazy. Drake's lawsuit leads to suspicious smear campaign online. And then full circle moment. Now it's in the lawsuit, bro. Shit crazy, bro. That shit crazy, bro. I do this shit for y'all, man. Like, look, man, sometimes, yeah, I like it gets frustrating, but I love doing this shit, bro. I get in my bag, bro. I start focusing on shit. And when I see shit like this, it just gives me the fire to do this shit again. So, look. Let me bring this up right here. There's another piece of this content that I wanted to add. Talked about her involvement in this case in a weird way, to be quite honest. Turning off their page. Let me see. This NFR. I wonder if NFR had said anything. Let me look on Twitter, see if they said it. Because another thing that I wanted to point out also, as we're speaking about NFR had never posted anything about this. They never responded to that account. They never said anything to that account ever. They never interacted with that account at all. They ignored everything and I talked to Jalopy about this. I don't think it would have been a good idea to talk about that or address that, because then it would just make you look guilty. But my whole guess was they were just trying to get them to respond, so that way they could spin a narrative like, oh, you responded to me. That means you have like some type of guilt lingering around. Let me see. And I wouldn't doubt that they still haven't posted anything. Let's see. I want look, bro. Look how stupid these like individuals are, bro. Look. Hold on. I found their account. Oh, this is the parody account, bro. What happened to them? Did their account get knocked down or what? Let me see. I'll check it right now. Get the likes up, y'all. So on document request number 75, and I think this is something that somebody else was talking about. All documents in communication with Kendrick Lamar Duckworth, his agents, or anyone working on his behalf relating to the meaning or intent of the recording, image, and video, or any portions thereof, including but not limited to the following. Say, Drake, I hear you like them young. You better not go to cell block 1. Just make sure you hide your little sister from him. Certified lover boy, certified pedophile. Trying to strike a chord, and it's probably A minor. Shape the stories how you want, Drake. They're not slow. Shape the stories how you want, Drake. They're not slow. Let's remember that real quick, ladies and gentlemen. Let's remember that real quick. Shake the stories how you want, Drake. They're not slow. Rabbit hole is deep. I can go further, I promise. I guess he's just looking into the fucking lyrics. Let me see the other case, bro, because I saw some other thing too that I wanted to point out. Let me see. Oh, look, they got him again right here on 46. All documents in communication with the NFR Podcast or its co-host Luca Guarini and Anthony D'Alessio, its employees and its agents, whether directly or indirectly relating to the recording, image, video allegations, the pre-action discovery petitions, and litigations. Now, this is the whole thing. because of the narratives on the internet, now they're deciding to look into the NFR podcast as a whole. It's not just to prove Ramon Smickle had messaged them. They're also looking into NFR podcast themselves. But let me remind you, bro, like I said, half of these requests are just a load of horseshit. Actually, I'll even go further. More than half of these requests are just a load of horseshit. And they all are just trying to throw shit at the wall and see if it sticks. NFR podcast, I hope, I pray to God that when they look into them, there is nothing that they could find. And the only reason why I say that is because NFR podcast gets a lot of slack. They get a lot of slack, but they get slack for the wrong reasons. They catch slack. They get a lot of heat because people think that they post more about Drake than they do Kendrick. So how does this narrative even make sense for the general public? How would somebody, because you guys know it's true. You guys see it just like I do. Everybody sees this shit. It's a shakedown, but they're shaking down the wrong people. They're just bullying people at this. You fake bully. I hate bullies. You must be a terrible person. You fake bully. I hate bullies. You must be a terrible person. Every single person in your team whispering that you deserve it. Everybody in this chat knows that NFR podcast was catching a bad rep because people thought that they were pushing more Drake than Kendrick Lamar. It's very different than the narrative that is being painted on here. Everybody was saying that for the whole month of July. I would go on Twitter and I would see people say that NFR podcast was compromised. Literally verbatim, people were saying that NFR podcast was compromised. So if that was the narrative from the general public, how is Drake saying that they were pushing more Kendrick and shitting on him when there was Kendrick fans saying that they were doing the exact opposite? NFR podcast might be getting targeted for a reason. It's probably not wrong, but internal beef. And you see, that's the thing that Jalopy was trying to tell me. Jalopy was trying to say the same exact shit. He was trying to say that he thinks that they were only getting targeted because they refused to participate in whatever shenanigans that the other side was participating in. That's why I feel like they got targeted. Now, I'm going to be real, man. I'm going to be completely honest with you. The sad part is that there could be a chance that they were cool with those accounts. They were probably cool with the people that are blaming them now. If not cool with them, they were at least neutral. Something internally, like you said, had happened for them to just throw them under the bus like that. There's no way they could have just done that shit just because. No way. Since we know they're looking for anything, you know they watch your live trying to see which way to go. It's crazy because I think that they had a lot of this shit prepared, and I think there was no backing down from whatever they had ready to go. Hold on, what Rob Winston said? Hold on, my bad. I didn't mean to hard it. That may be true. Rob Markman came out saying someone approached him, asking him to be more positive towards Drake. Bro, I remember that. Rob Markman, and shout out to Rob Markman. I saw one of those videos that he had made about talking about that. Rob Markman, and this is thank you, JS10K. WJS10K, by the way. There was a story that Rob Markman had did several months ago when he had talked about how someone was telling him if he could talk about Drake more nicely. And he refused. He declined. And then that's when he had a conversation about integrity. I remember that. I remember when he made a full breakdown video. And you know what's crazy is that Rob Markman recently got attacked by one of those channels that is always in question. You know, Academics TV, you know, the smear campaign the account, the one that always posts all the fucking bullshit. Rob Markman went to a concert and they were roasting him about being there. It makes me feel like those are the same entities that asked Rob Markman to be nice to Drake in the first place. So this is only adding more to the context of what is going on altogether. I don't like the fact that people are trying to get people to like listen to them or like to voice their opinions on their own platforms. Why the fuck would you do that? How desperate can you be? The only way, and this is just a theory, I'm gonna keep it alleged on this one. The only way that I believe that shit is actually real, right? The only way that I believe that somebody like if I was a channel that wants to put propaganda out there, I have to be getting paid by somebody. I have a channel, bro. I have a channel, right? A lot of people have a channel. We post what we want. We don't post what other people tell us to post. It's our channel. The fact that another channel would approach you and tell you something, that's fucking bullshit. Nobody does that. Who does that? The only way that I see anybody doing that is if they're getting paid to do it. Somebody has to be paying these people to ask these accounts to be nice. And if they're telling them to be nice to Drake, who do you think is paying them to be nice to Drake? Drake. So what are we talking about? This is the shit that always like fucks with me, bro. I wish I could find that video because actually let me see if anybody could find it and send it to me. I would much appreciate it. I'd be thankful, times a million. I'm gonna put the Discord in here for anybody to tap into the Discord. Make sure y'all tap in with the community. If y'all have anything, of substance that you wanna add to the live, you could join the channel. And I'll try to bring it up on stage, bro. Hold on. Everybody tap in, y'all. Everybody tap in. Everybody tap into the Discord. I just put the Discord up. If you have any other information, if you have that Rob Markman video, bro, tag me in it right now because it's going to be very relevant to what we're reading right now. Paying people to be nice to you, bro, that's crazy. I wouldn't pay you to give a fuck, bro. That is fucking wild. Shout out everybody that's in the chat, y'all. Shout out everybody that's donated at this time. I just got new merch. I'm just waiting for everybody to load up. Try and look for this video. For the time being, bro, check this out. Hold on. Let me get this out right here. Hold on. Let me see. All documents and communications relating to the Heart Part 6 by Drake. What the fuck is this? They want to know what was being talked. They want to know if they were talking about Drake's shitty diss track. That's what they want to know. Are we serious, y'all? Is that what we're doing? I see everybody on the Discord, y'all. Shout out to Thunder God. Shout out to Cozy World. And Cam going hard, man. Hear from YouTube. Shout out, bro. I appreciate you, man. I need that Rob Markman video, man. Hold on. Let me look for it, bro. Give me a second, y'all. We about to investigate, bro. We about to look into this shit. You know how we go. We about to crack the code, man. Hold up. Again. Hold on. Let me turn my light. Don't push up on me. Don't push up on me. Hold on. So we got Rob. Hold on. Rob Mark. Man. Oh, let's see. Was that what? I gotta find this shit, bro. Hold on. I know I'm not tripping. They letting Drake spend all that money on nothing, and they're gonna fry his ass in court, bro. I swear to God, bro. I can't remember the exact video. I'm trying to look for it, bro. Me too, bro. Because I know that Rob Markman talked about similar shit like this. If you do, put it on the Discord. Let's go over the other requests, bro. The other bullshit requests. I think that Drake wants them to have I think he wants to know if they had a communication about his fucking diss track, because he thinks that they're like, he'll find something about what he said possibly being true, which is just a whole load of shit, bro. Everybody knows that the Hard Part 6 that Drake had made was all a bunch of bullshit. He was talking about Kendrick getting abused when Kendrick was never abused. On Mother I Sober, he was saying all of this shit. He was talking about feeding the information. He was saying that he had fed them the information and that they had fell for it and all of this bullshit. But we know that that was a lie. So if he gets any communication about his diss track, he's most likely going to get text messages about them laughing at his diss track. The most that he will get from them is them laughing at the shitty diss. They're not going to fucking get all deep and fucking talk about, oh, I can't believe he talked about this. I can't believe he mentioned that. No, they're not going to mention any of that. They're not going to mention nothing like that at all, bro. If anything, it's a whole fucking a group chat laughing at his ass. On January 1st, 2009, through the present, all documents and communications relating to Drake's criminal history or lack thereof, including any background investigation, due diligence, inquiry checks, or reports related to criminal records. All documents and communications relating to Drake's criminal history. For January 1st of 2009, what happened January 1st, 2000? Oh, was that when he got robbed at New Ho King? Was that when Drake got robbed at New Ho King? Oh, don't tell me that. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah, look, check this out. Does Kendrick Lamar Euphoria, does the diss include a sly nod to Drake's 2009 robbery? Did Kendrick mention New Ho King restaurant as a nod to a forgotten incident in Drake's history? A fan continues to run up Kendrick's densely constructed Euphoria diss as fans continue. Okay. I be at New Ho King eating fried rice and the dip sauce with the blammy Crody. Shout out to Euphoria. Now, this is a stand account from Drake, right? I like to clarify that I'm not saying that Drake for certain cooperated with the police or not. There is only so much info available regarding this case. Actually, let me zoom into this because this is probably why Drake wants them to look into this situation in the first place. Hold on. That's why he wants to prove that there's no record of it happening. I'd like to clarify that I'm not saying that Drake for certain cooperated with the police. Let me remind you, this is a Drake fucking fan page that is saying this. There is only so much info available regarding this case, and I was simply making a connection I saw between it and the bars on Kendrick's track. Take that for what you will. The crazy part is that this is coming from a Drake fan himself, and this guy is always defending Drake online. I don't know him like I don't have a problem with him, right? Well, maybe not unless he's throwing smear campaigns, but it looks like here he was just talking about the discourse that was happening during the rap battle. And in this rap battle, that was a thing that happened in 2009. A lot of people were assuming that Drake had paperwork on his name, but the problem is that this happened in Canada. This didn't happen in America. So I don't know why he's asking for the information here in America. If he's asking for documents and communications relating to Drake's criminal history from 2009, are they asking to look into Drake's criminal history exactly, or are they asking to see if they're talking about it? Are they like it doesn't make sense? Why would any of that shit matter? He didn't even say anything about you getting robbed. That the fans said that. The fans were putting that together. All Kendrick said in the song was like the shrimp fried rice and the blammy Crody. I be a New Ho King with the shrimp fried rice and the blammy Crody. He never said anything else. He never said that you got robbed. He never said that you got mugged, that two people held you up at gunpoint and took your chains and your watch while you were with your bitch. No one, he never said that. Your fans, your own fans said that. Your own fans had made that up. Like, what the fuck are we even talking about, bro? If you read the Euphoria lyrics, he never said anything about that. Ever. He never look. And it's your own fucking fan saying it, bro. This guy has your profile picture as this guy has your face as his profile picture, bro. This is a stan account. I'd like to clarify that I'm not saying that Drake for certain cooperated with the police or not. There is only so much info available regarding this case. You want to know why? Because this case didn't happen in America. It happened in Canada. I'm not sure if he wants to talk about the discourse that they are having about this situation, but nobody should be even talking about Drake's criminal past, at least in 2009, because Kendrick never said 2009. He never said January 1st. He never said that you got robbed. He just said New Ho King, fried rice, blammy, Crody. That's all he said. Quote him, bro. And this is just going to show you that Drake is reading everything on the internet. He is reading every single thing that is being put on the internet, real or not, speculation or not. But if you ask me, if he's bringing this up himself, it only means that he actually thinks that they know that really happened. It probably might be true, allegedly. And he's probably mad because they're bringing it up in subliminals on Euphoria. Shout out everybody in the building, man. Everybody join the Discord if you can. Hold on, let me get this going, bro. I gotta share this link right here. Don't forget to join the links, y'all. Everybody tap in. Make sure y'all tap in with the links. Join the Patreon if you like to donate to the channel. If you also like to get some merch, bro, I just made some merch. So if you want to take a look at the shirts, go ahead and do so. Also, I appreciate all the people that have bought merch up until this point. I am very thankful and very grateful for everybody that's tapped in and bought a shirt, bro. Very grateful, bro. I spent a lot of time on them, and I've never done that before, so I appreciate it and I'm thankful. I just wanted to take some time to say that. Very grateful, bro. Thank you so much. And shout out everybody that's in the building, man. Honestly. Let me see. Anybody find the video yet? Let's see. Someone said, JV, that paragraph is about Drake's criminal history. He signed to UMG in 2009. He is trying to prove that UMG knows he doesn't have a criminal history, thus that the pedo allegations are true. The crazy part is that I think that all the allegations started getting worse after he signed to UMG. It's weird just to say, go back in 2009 before I was signed by y'all. They would know the history that you had from 2009 going up, not from 2009 and back. You see what I'm saying? January 1st, 2014 to present, all documents and communication relating to the allegations of domestic violence, violence against women, or other forms of violence committed by Kendrick Lamar Duckworth. And this is exactly where Drake fucked up. Drake fucked up bad here, bro. He fucked up bad because if you are going to tell UMG, remember, the domestic violence allegations were things that Drake had said on his diss track. Those were things that he said. That's his hyperbole, right? But if Drake is wanting to find out information that might be true, that means he's trying to prove his hyperbole as fact. And if he's doing that, what makes you think that UMG won't do that to you? UMG could turn around and say that they could look into you and your pedophile allegations. Now, all of a sudden, we're not trying to call shit hyperbole. Now we're trying to say that you actually are a pedophile. This is the craziest shit ever because I don't know if this is Drake's lawyer or Drake's idea, but he's officially tried to prove his lyrics correct. He is trying to prove that Kendrick Lamar had beat his wife, bro. This is going to get ugly as fuck because the minute that UMG turns around and tries to get a discovery on Drake, they're going to try to prove the same allegations that Kendrick said on you. They're going to try to see if you really are a pedophile or not. They're going to look into your past, and it's not just 2009. They're going to look into everything from when you hooked up with Millie Bobby Brown, from when you hooked up with not hooked up with her, but when you hung out with her on a yacht in Australia and it was just you and her on the boat, or when it was you and that girl that just turned 18, the model that just turned 18, or when it was you at the Mark Hotel talking to that kick streamer Snow as she was talking to minor league baseball on the internet. Hey, yo, they were getting with the minor leagues. They were getting with the minor leagues. No, hey, baseball though. They were getting with the minor leagues though on the Monkey app. Allegedly, bro. Allegedly. Well, wait until they look into the Mark Hotel. Wait until they look into Ebony Prince. You know what? I can't wait, bro. I swear to God. I pray to God, bro. I pray to God that UMG starts looking into fucking Ebony Prince, the Mark Hotel, Millie Bobby Brown, the video of him kissing the 17-year-old. Oh, wait, hold on. Hold on. What did I say? Hey, bruh. Hey, bruh. If you want them to look into your allegations about women beating, then they're going to look into your allegations about pedophilia, bro. That's the fucked up thing that you just did right there. You just probably signed your death warrant, bro. Shout out everybody in the chat, y'all. Shout out Costa, Renige, Vince, Cortez, Urique. What up, bruh? Shout out to the supporters in the chat, y'all. Social Work, what up, man? Caroline, what up? Freshly Sweet, what up? Rome, what up? Tana, what up? Xavier, what up? Josh, what up? Everybody, Dana Hill, what up? Everybody in the building, man. I appreciate everybody that's in this bitch, bruh. I appreciate everybody that's tapped in. You know, we going hard, bro. We going hard. Classy K, what up? In the building. In the building. The Hidden Hills. You don't want to talk about the thrills in the hills, man. You don't want to talk about Drake's thrills in the hills, bro. You don't want to talk about the Snipe Commandments, bro. You don't want to talk about the Snipe Commandments. You don't want to talk about the Snipe Commandments. I know you don't. W chat, bruh. My phone died. Turn that shit on. Hold on. Shout out J Tom in the building, man. Yeah. So look. Document request number 50 from January 1st, 2019 to the present. 2014. That was the day for the Hard Rock Cafe. Oh, okay. I'm sorry. Okay. Man, this guy thinks that I'm fucking stupid, bro. I really looked into this shit, bro. Like it all runs back to me. Like as I'm reading all of these documents, like my memory is just like it's just coming back. From January 19th to the present, all documents and communications relating to David Isaac Freely, also known as Dave Free, and his relationship with Kendrick Lamar and Kendrick's children, bro. Again, bro. Again, throwing shit at the wall and trying to make it stick. Now, isn't it crazy that not only is he trying to prove if they had any type of abuse going on, he's also trying to prove that Dave Free is the child of Kendrick Lamar's kids, bro. Do you really see how fucking desperate this shit looks? This is crazy, bro. This is and this is why, and I don't fuck with UMG like that, bro. But you have to give credit where credit is due. They never went out the gate to try to prove what Kendrick said. What Kendrick said was facts. They always just said that this was a rap battle and this was all hyperbole. I believe that they wanted to go the safe route. They're not going this route. This is Drake trying to get dirty. This is Drake trying to play dirty ball because he's so desperate that he's losing. There is no way that he's going to win this case, bro. You are literally playing dirty games hoping to get a cash prize. This is not stake, bro. This is not gambling. We are not playing the slots right now. We are in the court of law, and you're trying to pass your rap lyrics as facts, bro. You are trying to make facts out of your rap lyrics. You are so fucking desperate for that shit. You are willing to make a gamble. This is probably the gamble. Well, you lose every gamble, but let's just be real. This is the gamble that you don't want to take. You do not want to take this gamble at all, bro. This is an immediate loss if I ever saw one. And the reason why I said that UMG is smart is because I'm not glazing. Fuck a $1 million company straight up. But the thing is that I have to hammer home the point that they tried to pass off Kendrick's lyrics as hyperbole for a reason. They were trying to go the correct way. We're not going to play dirty. We're just going to do what we think is right. If this was a rap battle, then it was all just for entertainment purposes and it was all just hyperbole. Drake is the one that's wanting to prove his rap lyrics as facts. He is so desperate to be right. He is willing to chalk up his lyrics as facts, even though he knows that all of that shit is cap and he heard it from word of mouth. This is all hearsay and rumors that you picked up from the stupid ass internet, bro. And we all are on the internet, but he's on the stupid ass part of the internet. That's what I'm saying. Get the likes up, y'all. We got 400 likes in this bitch. Let's fucking go, man. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat, y'all. If you'd like to donate to the channel, the Cash App is going to be in the top right corner of the video. It's also in the chat. You don't have to, but if you do buy a merch, bro, thank you. I appreciate it so much. Look, let's get to the next one, man. I can't believe he's trying to make his lyrics facts, bro. They never been facts and they never were real, bro. Again, this is something that I went at. It's crazy because this whole conversation, these two allegations, I had went back and forth with What's the Dirt in the past. This is when he dropped Family Matters and he did all that shit. This is what I was talking about. I was like, bro, you can't just throw that narrative out there. Another thing that I wanted to say was that the time that Kendrick Lamar was accused of these allegations, he was staying at a hotel called the Hard Rock Cafe in Vegas. The problem with that information is that he wasn't the only rapper there. You know who else was there when Kendrick was there, bro? You know who else was there when Kendrick was accused of domestic violence? His name is P. Diddy, bro. P. Diddy was at the same hotel that Kendrick had stayed at when Kendrick was accused of these allegations. When Kendrick was accused of these allegations, the other rapper that was there was P. Diddy. And guess who P. Diddy was there with? Because he wasn't there by himself. P. Diddy was there with Cassie, bro. P. Diddy was there with Cassie. So how the fuck are you going to say that's Kendrick Lamar? You know what's more fucked up is that it was a white woman. And shout out to the whites. No disrespect. But it was a white woman, bro. And she said that she said that it was Kendrick Lamar, right? But what are the chances, bro, that she confused one black guy for the other? What if she confused one man for another man just because they're both rappers that are black? What if it was just a case of mistaken identity and she confused Kendrick Lamar with P. Diddy? But that's not even the case, because the day where they accused this happening, Kendrick Lamar was performing at another hotel in Vegas. He was performing at the Live Hotel, at the Live Club. It was 5 minutes away from where he was staying at from the Hard Rock Hotel. He never slept at the Hard Rock Hotel. He never slept there. As soon as he was done with that show, he had to go to another club that's connected to a hotel down the street, and he performed there. This is why when What's the Dirt had made his video, he had called me, because I told him straight up, bruh. I was like, you forgot to talk about how Diddy was there and how Kendrick went to two places the days he was accused of being there. Shout out to King Hammer, y'all. What's fucked up is that it could just be a case of mistaken identity, bro. Kendrick Lamar and Diddy were there at the same time. But look who is guilty of crazy crimes and who got caught on tape beating Cassie up. Where did let me tell y'all this. Where did P. Diddy beat up Cassie? Remember, Diddy is at the same place that Kendrick's at where these allegations are taking place. Where? Give me the name of what location? Where were they at? Not the name of it, but where were they at? They were at a hotel, bro. Vil, the Rob Markman video was just posted on your Discord. Oh shit. Okay. Oh yeah, yeah. Oh shit, yeah. Hell yeah. Copy text. I'm telling you, bro. All of these requests, half of them, a bunch of bullshit, bro. Like I feel like they shitted in their hand and they just threw that shit at the fucking ceiling, bro. They were like looking up, and that shit just falling on their fucking face, bro. They seem to love hotels. They seem to love hotels, man. The Mark Hotel, the Hard Rock Cafe, the Holiday Inn, Chingy. Chingy was there. Hold on. I got it, y'all. So I'm gonna show you this video. Shout out Rob Markman, bro. I'm sorry, Rob. I just have to show this just for the sake of the topic. Let me see. Hold on. Get the likes up, y'all. I don't take donations on the channel. I don't have donations active at this time. If you'd like to donate to the channel at this time, Cash App, top right corner of the video. It will be on the live chat. We are going to check out this video from Rob Markman. Back to the original point that we were making, because like we stated earlier, they're accusing of NFR Podcast of being paid off by Interscope employees. However, Rob Markman is the one that had openly said that people were telling him to talk about Drake in a nice way. So what they're accusing Kendrick of, Rob Markman had spoke on and talked about it and said that people were telling him to talk nice about Drake. So it's like if they're projecting what they do on Kendrick Lamar, Drake is blaming Kendrick for what he does allegedly. Because I don't know who Rob Markman talked to. But he said that they told him to talk nice about Drake. I don't know who else would pay others to talk nice about Drake unless you're a fucking dick sucker. But hold on, let me see. Oh, it was on Twitter. Oh, okay. Let's see. So it says, Rob Markman says he was approached by someone from OVO to show the boys some love during the Drake and Kendrick Lamar battle. Let's check it out.
I work hard for this shit, and all these other YouTubers work hard for this shit.
For real.
I'm not giving anything back to the label while at the same time promoting your artist. Like, fuck out of here. So
type of one if you can hear this, y'all. We're gonna run it back a little bit.
Read the lyrics, man. Fuck yeah. I work hard for this shit. And all these other YouTubers work hard for this shit. I'm not giving anything back to the label while at the same time promoting your artist. Like, fuck out of here. So it was a big headline and a big deal when Kendrick said, "Hey man, for all those reacting to Not Like Us, we're gonna whitelist." To me, that was good strategy. You know what I'm saying? That
if you don't know what he's talking about, when they let YouTubers listen to Not Like Us, they let YouTubers react to it without them getting the claim, the copyright claim, for listening to the music in the first place.
Drake could have done the same thing. I'm sure Drake could have done the same thing. I'll tell you one further, and I'm gonna be honest.
Right here, y'all.
I haven't said this, and I was approached during the battle by a team connected with the OVO side and asked me to show the boy some love. You know, again, I was being as unbiased as possible. I was calling it like I see it, but they asked me, yo, we know you're unbiased. Really said it. We know you're unbiased. And we like that you're unbiased and you really try to call it straight, but can you show the guy some love? And
can you show the guy some love? Can you show the guy some love? He said Drake's team, Drake, a group of people that are on Drake's side had went up to him. Now, if I'm correct, this is during the time of the beef, the peak of the beef. And they told him, bro, we know you're biased, but we just want you to say some fucking nice shit about Drake anyways.
We know you're unbiased. Really said it. We know you're unbiased. And we like that you're unbiased and you really try to call it straight, but can you show the guy some love? And no money was offered. No, absolutely no money was offered. But you know, they kind of offer some things, some information, some access, and say, yo, and we'll make it that you could play his songs in your videos. You know, we'll whitelist it.
They tried to bribe him by allowing him to react to the music without it getting blocked. Do you think anybody else took that offer? Who recently got a claim for listening to Drake music? Y'all tell me. Who recently got a claim? Did they take the offer and did they whitelist them? We'll keep it alleged, bro. If y'all know who I'm talking about, I don't know who I'm talking about, bro. I got ADHD. I talk about two things at once all the time.
They kind of offer some things, some information, some access, and say, yo, and we'll make it that you could play his songs in your videos. You know, we'll whitelist it. Ultimately, I declined. Ultimately, I declined for my own personal reasons.
W Mark, man. Don't ever sell your integrity for a fucking dollar, y'all.
I just feel like my allegiance is to y'all. If I took that and swayed one way, then I just wasn't being myself. And then how could y'all trust me after that? I never thought I would talk about it, but in reading this, all I'm saying is both sides. If this is true about UMG and Not Like Us and you know, paying the podcast and we know the whitelisting is true and trying to get promotion for the record through podcasters and streamers, and if that is true, all I'm saying is, and the reason why I share that is that, hey, both sides were trying to play the game. It's just one side won, if that is true. You know what I'm saying? All
right, y'all.
I'm gonna read the.
All right, y'all. So real quick, bro, I don't get donations. I don't got donations on right now. So if you like to donate, I can't take super chats at this time, bro. If you like to donate to the channel, it would have to be through the Cash App, bro. But respectfully, I appreciate it if you do. Yeah, I have it off at this time, bro. My bad. Can't sell yourself for $1, bro. You can't sell yourself for $1, bro. I appreciate it, King Hammer. Yeah, Hammer, if you can, bro, if you could post the link to the Cash App and the merch, you can find the links in the last video that I made. Or actually, let me just post them right here. There you go. Yeah, you could repost that, bro. I appreciate it. All right, so back to what Rob said, bro. This is exactly what happened with the NFR podcast. Somebody was trying to get them to do the same thing. All documented communications relating to any payments by Ramon Alvarez-Smickel, the gentleman over there at Interscope, whether directly or indirectly to the NFR podcast to promote anti-Drake messages, and positive comments regarding Kendrick Lamar. It seems like they're trying to project the things that they do that they're guilty of. They're trying to project that on Kendrick Lamar. I think that's the messed up part about this, bro. I think every single person that's on Drake's team is going on the internet and is looking up all of these narratives that were created by other people. And for the people that are just getting here, the reason why I'm trying to hammer this topic away is because this is the invoice that they're claiming that Ramon Alvarez Smickel had wrote to NFR. You could see right here that this is Ramon Alvarez Smickel, and they're claiming that he had paid them 30 grand. This is the invoice, but this invoice was fake generated by Invoice Generator. And you could literally just make up any fucking invoice that you want. You could go and you could bill Drake to Drake for $1 million by Kendrick Lamar invoice. It looks the fucking same. So the whole reason why I'm saying this is because now it looks like they are guilty of what they're trying to accuse Kendrick of. And the only information that they have are these fake narratives that are being created on Twitter, bro. And now they've officially added them to the lawsuit. When I broke this shit down 4 weeks ago, look what I named it, bro. Drake's lawsuit leads to suspicious smear campaign online. 4 weeks later, look at where the fuck we're at. This is the crazy part. And remember, the person that the narrative that they're running with was created by a racist, or at least someone that uses the N-word to the point where they got their account deactivated. But the thing is that their account didn't get suspended. They deactivated themselves, and then they reactivated it because they went on after people caught their bluff and told them that the invoice was fake. They got mad and started saying the N-word. They called Kendrick the N-word. They called Drake the N-word. They were saying all this racist shit, and then they deleted their account. They reactivated their account and then said that they were hacked and that somebody tried to hack their account, and they tried to blame Rock Nation. Like now, all of a sudden, Rock Nation is involved out of nowhere. Like, what the fuck are we even doing, bro? Like, are you even serious about what allegations you're trying to pin on others as you're making yourself look guilty at the same time, bro? This is ridiculous, dog, on so many levels. Let me see. The account that did this, they are called the No NDA Podcast. And I wouldn't have known about them if it wasn't for Jalopy. Jalopy was the one. See, before they started posting all of these invoices, for about a week, they kept talking about them dropping a bomb. We're going to drop a bomb. We're going to drop a bomb. We're going to release some crazy information that is going to shock the world. That's what they kept saying. They were saying that they had information from people who didn't sign NDAs, and they caught them doing something that they weren't supposed to be doing. When they tried to put the blame on NFR and Ramon Smickel, people laughed at them. But their account is constantly getting deactivated and reactivated. I don't think that they want to lose the account, because I think they still want to push out propaganda. But I think that they're stuck in a rock and a hard place. I think people already know that they're full of shit. But the damage is already done, because Drake and his team were so stupid enough to fall for this trick, to fall for these lies. Look, and I'm not gonna lie, man, it really does look like Drake's fans, or the people that are trying to help him, are just making him look worse. They're making him look more worse than he already is. We'll put what in the Discord? Oh, I do have screenshots of NDA Network saying the N-word right before he deactivated his own account. His own account too. He tried saying hackers made him say that's what I was saying, bro. He tried to say that Rock Nation did it. That's the crazy part about all of that. He tried to say that Rock Nation did it. Wville. Shout out Jennifer. Shout out Jennifer for the 10, y'all. Shout out Jennifer for the 10, man. Full support. Thank you, bro. And bro, I'm sorry, bro. I'm fucked up right now, but I appreciate you, Jennifer. W Jennifer in the chat, y'all. W, let's go, y'all. I appreciate you, Jennifer. Shout out Spock the Doc, and shout out Jennifer for the donations, y'all. Hold on, let me put W Jennifer in the chat. Actually, let me put W Jennifer, W Doc, y'all. Let's go, y'all. Let's go, y'all. I see J Tom. I told J Tom I was gonna make a moderator. Hold on. Standard, bro. All right, let's go. We got J Tom as a moderator, bro. W J Tom, W Dan, W Doc in the chat, y'all. Come on, y'all. Let's go, man. Let's go. I caught this shit a long fucking time ago. I caught this shit before it was on the fucking case. I caught this shit. Nobody is doing this shit like me. Nobody is doing. And I may be a little obsessed, bro, but it's because I got ADHD, bitch. I got ADHD, and that's a government drug. They put that shit in my cereal, bro. Nobody was able to solve, bro. Nobody was putting shit together like this. Nobody is putting shit together like we are. Nights, bruh. I'm talking nights. We just be looking at shit. Ain't nobody looking up information like this raw and uncut. Mistake or no mistake. They can't do that. They can't get on here and talk they shit, bruh. They got to do 50-minute breakdowns just to say what I could say in 8 minutes, bro. Fuck that. Man, I hope the judge laughs at all of these requests. I hope the judge laughs at every single request that we fucking read today, bro. We've been going at this shit every fucking day, bro, for the past year. And I'm not getting on here. And I like to talk about how Drake got toilet paper thrown at him. Don't get it twisted. Like, I'll talk about that shit. But you know me, bro, I like to talk about the shit behind the scenes. The fact that I talked about this shit a month ago and they're bringing it up in the case and they're bringing it up in the case now means that I could spot this shit. If I could spot this shit, imagine UMG, bro. Imagine their lawyers. I never even went to college, bro. What do you think a fucking lawyer with a degree is going to say when he reads this shit? If I could call this shit out, imagine them. I'm about to order Chinese food, y'all. I'm about to get the shrimp fried rice. Put the TPs in the chat, y'all. Throw the TP in the chat, y'all. Let's get it going, man. Big shout out to Sophia for the 50, y'all. Let's go, man. W Sophia in the chat, y'all. Let's go, Sophia. Let's go, y'all. W Sophia in the chat, y'all. Don't let that shit get fucked up, Sophia. Tell them what it is. Sophia, tell them what it is, y'all. They can't fuck with us, bro. They can't fuck with me, bro. I don't give a fuck, bro. Bro, y'all know me, bro. I don't make money off this page. I do this shit for the love of the game, bro. For the love of the game, because I'm not going to let this shit go down in history for them talking lies and spreading propaganda. And then when your kids are listening to this rap battle, they're going to think that whatever Drake said was true. Fuck that. Fuck that. Document this shit, bitch. Everybody out here that is listening to this shit knows that when this shit is over with and it's all said and done, and when our kids are listening to this shit in the future, they're going to know what was right and what was wrong. This is the Biggie and Pac of our generation, and I got to make sure that I document this motherfucker like how I see fit, bro. Like how it is. I'm going to tell it like it is. Let's fucking go, man. W Sophia in the chat, y'all. They don't want us to win, bro, but we're gonna win more. We're gonna win more. And it doesn't stop here. Rob Markman told us exactly what they said. What's crazy is that this is just my take. Imagine someone with the insight that Rob has. Rob has talked about the situation already. Who do you think asked Rob to talk nice about Drake? Who do you think asked Rob to talk nice about Drake? Everybody guess and put it in the chat. I'll play it for the people who are just joining right now.
Unbiased. Really said it. We know you're unbiased. Like I said, and
you tell me. I'll play the clip one more time, y'all. This is going back to what we said. They're trying to say that they're trying to project what they do. They're trying to say that NFR Podcast is getting paid to talk nice about Kendrick. However, I feel like that's projection because they are being accused of the same shit. Look at what Rob Markman said.
I was being as unbiased as possible. I was calling it like I said, but they asked me, yo, we know you're unbiased. Really said it. We know you're unbiased. And we like that you're unbiased and you really try to call it straight, but can you show the guy some love? And no money was offered. No, absolutely no money was offered. But you know, they kind of offer some things, some information, some access, and say, yo, and we'll make it that you could play his songs in your videos. You know, we'll whitelist it. Ultimately, I declined. For my own personal reasons. I just feel like my allegiance is to y'all. If I took that and swayed one way, then I just wasn't being myself. And then how could y'all trust me after that? I never thought I would talk about it, but in reading this, all I'm saying is both sides. If this is true about UMG and Not Like Us and you know, paying the podcast and we know the whitelisting is true and trying to get promotion for the record through podcasters and streamers, and if that is true, all I'm saying is, and the reason why I share that is that both sides were trying to play the game. It's just one side won.
If somebody had told them that we could whitelist your YouTube account and you could listen to the Drake songs without it affecting your channel, then it would have had to been somebody that's tapped in the OVO circle itself. Someone that would have had the pull to let them listen to that. Now, I don't know exactly who it could have been. Could it have been somebody on Drake's team? Could it have been one of these Twitter accounts? Could it be academics? No NDA network? I don't know, bro. But if they have the power to whitelist his channel, then it has to be someone really tapped in with OVO and the YouTube side of things. The only people that I could think are the people in the inner circle of Drake and academics himself. What's crazy is that academics had got at Rob Markman recently. So it makes me feel like he probably feels some type of way about Rob Markman telling him no, if he's the one that offered that shit to him. Rob Markman never told us who offered him. And I think he's going to keep it G, y'all. I don't think that he's going to tell us who he talked to. And I respect him for that. But I think it really just drives the point that I've been trying to make this whole live. They are trying to project on others what they are guilty of. And NFR was just the casualty in all of this. I don't think that NFR Podcast was doing anything crazy. I think that there was an internal struggle involving them and these propaganda pages, and they didn't rock with the propaganda pages, and therefore they started beefing with each other. And since NFR was kind of like a neutral at this point, if they're telling them no, then that means that they took the side that Rob Markman did in this case, right? In this scenario. So if that's the case, then they got mad at them for doing what Rob Markman did. DJ acrobatics is crazy. I don't think he'd be doing acrobatics, bro. Oh my god, bro. So let's get back to these bullshit requests. Like, it's almost comical reading this shit, bro. So all documented communications relating to the rap feud from August 1st, 2023 to the present. Now, this is something new, right? Because what came out August 23? August 2023, what song came out? First Person Shooter? Was it First Person Shooter, or was it like that came out in August? It couldn't be, right? It had to be First Person Shooter. Hold on, let's look up when First Person Shooter came out. First Person Shooter. Fucking Call of Duty came out. Oh, stupid. August 1st. First Person Shooter came out on October 6, 2023. I gotta close out some of these tabs, y'all. I ran up a tab on here. All right. All right, October 6th. August, September, October. I guess he could have accounted for the whole fall. That would count for the rest of fall in 2023. It could be because he dropped First Person Shooter, and after that, that's kind of what kicked off the beef. Remember, the thing that kicked off the beef was Drake and J. Cole getting on a song together, calling each other the GOATs. And not including somebody else. And remember, they wanted Kendrick to get on the song, and Kendrick told them no. And that's when it became a problem. So I'm assuming that Drake wants the documentation to see what they were talking about after he disagreed to say no. Oh shit, hold up. Type of one if you can hear me, y'all. I got the backup camera. Bro said Drake trying to snipe. Nah, I got the backup camera, bro. Don't worry about it. Okay, prepared. We're going to tell the truth because they can't, y'all. All documents and communications relating to the vandalism that occurred at Drake's OVO clothing store in London. Oh, that's why he be going hard on London, y'all. That's why he's trying to show love to London, to look for some sympathy points in the lawsuit. He don't even give a fuck about London. He only care about how he looks and how his clothing store got fucked up over there in the UK. He only looking for sympathy points from London because his clothing store got trashed. London does not fuck with you because someone over there had to fucking fuck that shit up. But what does that have to do with Kendrick Lamar? Kendrick Lamar can't control what people do. And not only that, if they vandalize your store, you're a millionaire, bro. That's spray paint. Just fucking paint over it. Get the fuck over it. You're only trying to suck up to London because you're looking for sympathy points because your OVO store got wrecked there. You don't even give a fuck about London. It's because you put them in the lawsuit and you're looking for sympathy. But remember, London's the one that fucked you up. Somebody from a London citizen had to have done that to you, bro. Wouldn't doubt if it was Trap Lord Ross. Nah, I'm just playing. Shut up. I'm just playing, bro. Nah, I'm just kidding. But yeah, man. Fucking fan. W Sophie, W Jennifer, and W Spock in the chat, y'all. One more time, y'all. Get the likes up, y'all. We gonna go down this bullshit list one more time. Says document request number 54. All documents and communication with independent promoters relating to the recording or video. Now, they said that one of the promoters was Kojo. I'm not sure if they're trying to say that Kojo was the promoter, but there were the ones that said that he had There were the ones that were alleging to some dirty business practices, and that Kojo has some awareness to it. I'm not sure if there's other promoters that they're trying to look into, but that was just one that people have been talking about constantly. Do y'all think that there's other people that they're trying to look into that they just don't want to talk about yet? All documents and communications relating to independent promoters hired, engaged, or retained by you to promote the recording or the video. Now it looks like we're getting to the Kojo territory. Now it looks like we're getting into the Kojo territory. Yeah, and this is how I know they don't try to make anything look believable. Kojo and Ramon Alvarez Smickel, I said time and time, and I'll say it again, are the first people listed on here. They're accusing Kojo of the bot streaming and all of these allegations that they're trying to say match to him. Being a promoter, engaged or retained to you to promote and record the video. So they're saying rather they're independent people that you're paying outside of your network, or you're paying somebody within communications with you in your network that could have been responsible for this. But this all seems like the lane that they chose when it came to blaming Kojo for these alleged allegations. Going to number 56, not limited by date range, the settlement agreement between you and the New York Attorney General referenced in paragraph of the complaint, including but not limited to the settlement agreement and any schedules, exhibits, amendments, or modifications thereto. No, not limited by date range. The settlement agreement between you and the New York Attorney General. A settlement? What fucking settlement are they talking about? What settlement are they talking about, bro? We'll get back to that one. The fuck are they talking about? No limited by date range, all documents and communications relating to violations or suspected violations of your agreement with the New York Attorney General by you or by any independent promoter. So now he's saying that Kendrick has some shady business in New York City with the and the Attorney General could respond to that. What the fuck are we talking about? A settlement, bro? Like, that's what I'm saying. What fucking settlement are you talking about? The Spotify and the radio stuff? That could be, right? Because that was handled in the same court, was it not? Okay, you're probably right, Quickie Sticky. Yeah, that's weird. Why the fuck were they talking about a settlement? They're trying to, what? No way, bro. This is literally just trying to find anything that matches. All versions of independent radio promotion agreements since 2020, as referenced in your radio and television promotion policies and procedures. Let me see, what else does it say here? From January 1st, 2023, the present all executed independent radio promotion agreements relating to recording or Kendrick Lamar Duckworth. I think they just went back to 2023 before the beef to see if they could find anything before they started kicking this shit off. But I'm gonna be real, bro. Like, I'm pretty sure any independent radio promotion was just regular promotion. Kendrick Lamar wasn't involved in any beef in 2023. So whatever was getting put out on the radio was probably just the regular songs that we hear from a Kendrick Lamar on the radio station. Like if you were listening to music in 2023 and you were listening to a Kendrick song, it was most likely just because the radio decided to play it, or it was because of the regular business practice that they have with the label. It doesn't have anything to do with any type of payola or anything. The 2023 backtrack is probably irrelevant, but I'm pretty sure he's only focused on 2024. I think he's only going far back as 2023 to see if there was any wrongdoing before the beef even kicked off, so he could try to get like a gotcha moment. But I don't think it was going to be anything that deep, bro, because Kendrick, he dropped Mr. Morale like in 2022. Like, it had already been a year since that came out. So, like, why are we in 23? It would make more sense if you went back in 2022 when the album did officially come out to see if, but I think, like I said, they're just scrambling here. They're just desperate. What was this was said? From January 1st, 2006 to present, 2006? 2000? What the fuck was happening? Bro, YouTube wasn't even a thing in 2006. What's 2006 is crazy, bro. There was nothing in 2006, bro. Nothing at all. Hammer and J Tom, if you could copy the links, I appreciate it, bro. If you could just put them like every, like, what, like 5 minutes, bro? 10 minutes? Not 10 minutes straight. Not 5 minutes straight. We'll do 7. Documents sufficient to show all expenditures made by you in connection with the playing or promotion of the recording on the radio, including such documents available in the database or database reference in your radio or television promotion. Nah. From August, I got to look for the bullshit. This is all just bullshit. They're just, bro, half of this shit is just repetitive. August 23, all documents, communication relating to whitelisting third-party platform. Okay, so this is YouTube. YouTube and Twitch for any musical work or music videos, including but not limited to first-person shooter, like that, push-ups, Euphoria, Family Matters, and Meet the Grams. So this is when he started targeting YouTubers and he started putting them in the lawsuit. So this is going back to putting people in the lawsuit. This is when he put Zias, when he put Kai, when he put all the black content creators in the lawsuit. When everybody got whitelisted and everybody was reacting to every single one of these songs. This is crazy, bro. I wouldn't doubt that we might see a clip of Kai again being referenced really shortly. They already have him in the original complaint. So I wouldn't doubt that they would add him back on here to fight that YouTube and Twitch argument about whitelisting the songs. But what's crazy is that when we just saw this Rob Markman video, he said that they would whitelist him also. When Rob Markman talked about somebody trying to pay him off and he said no, he said, we will whitelist you. Look at this.
You could play his songs in your videos. You know, we'll whitelist it.
We'll whitelist it. So and this is the thing that doesn't make sense to me, bro. Why are you looking into things when people are on the internet saying that you had promised to do these exact things for them? You promised to do the whitelisting for Rob Markman, allegedly. He said, no, fuck that. He said someone from Drake's team. Rob gonna have to live with that. Rob said openly and truthfully, I believe him, that someone from Drake's camp had paid him, had tried to bribe him, allegedly. No, he said it. He tried to bribe him by whitelisting his YouTube account so he could listen to Drake's music as long as he talked positive to Drake. He denied it. He didn't accept it. But Drake is on this document trying to tell people that he wants to look into the whitelisting of the third-party platforms such as YouTube and Twitch. Again, projecting what you do to others, projecting what you do to yourself onto others. You know what I mean? Bro, that's what I'm saying. And then there's Rob Markman creating a video saying that there's people that were going up to him and saying, we'll whitelist your videos if you talk good about Drake. He's in the court accusing Kendrick of what he is guilty of, bro. Come on, man. This is a whole bunch of bullshit. Document 63. All documents and communications relating to any analysis. Everybody hit a bow, y'all, while I read this shit. Y'all tell me what strain y'all smoking on. Y'all tell me what beer y'all drinking, what liquor you drinking. Let me know in the chat, y'all. All documents and communications relating to any analysis, measurements, experiments, or the like you undertook or received, which assesses the impact of whitelisting the recording on YouTube and Twitch, including but not limited to any reports, data, or reviews of the number of videos that use the recording, the time period during which it was whitelisted, public engagement with such videos, and sentiment analysis. They want to look at the analytics. They want to look at the analytics. But if UMG controls the publishing, when they whitelisted Kendrick Lamar, if this is the case, then they whitelisted Drake's music as well. There is multiple reports online of multiple YouTubers, Screwface Gene, the white guy. What was the white guy's name? Knox Hill. Knox Hill had a viral tweet going around that his push-ups reaction was whitelisted. Let's look that up. Let's look that up, shall we? Does Knox Hill have a Twitter, bro? Hold on. Knox Hill. All right, yeah, found it. Hold on, let me see. I'm looking for it, y'all. Hold on. Whitelisted, right? That's what whitelisted. Here we go. Yep. He said, for everyone saying UMG whitelisted only Kendrick to boost the Not Like Us streams and help him in the battle, here you go. 2 Drake videos from the battle I had cleared. Make it make sense. And you could see here, this is his reaction to the Heart Part 6. This is after push-ups. And he got monetized for the video. So how the fuck are you accusing them of whitelisting their song when your song was also getting the same exact fucking treatment? You are literally getting the same exact treatment that you're accusing Kendrick Lamar of. This is not the only song that he has. That was for the Heart Part 6. This is for push-ups as well. So shout out Knox Hill, by the way, because I remember when he posted this. This was the argument originally for the lawsuit. Drake responds to everyone. Rapper reacts to Drake. Drop and give me 50 push-ups reaction. Monetization is cleared. It's like they're guilty of what they're accusing them of. Everything that they're guilty of, they're trying to pin it on them. They're trying to pin it on Kendrick Lamar. And this is the fucked up problem that we're having constantly, bro. This is the war between these requests. A bunch of these requests are fucking bullshit. If there's 100 requests, I'm telling you, bro, maybe 30 of them make sense. Maybe. And it's probably just the ones that are asking for actual information, like Kendrick's contract and what else, like phones and like, you know, locations or addresses. Like these are things that, you know, you probably just can't make up. You know, if you ask for that shit, then it is what it is. But when it comes to these weird ass accusations that they're requesting, it's like they're requesting to see a ghost. They might not even be there. They might not even exist. All documents and communications relating to any analysis, measurements, experiment. Okay. And that you undertook and received after whitelisting. Okay, we've just read that. So we saw Knox Hill. I said White Hill. So we saw Knox Hill explain that Drake was also getting whitelisted from his tracks as well. So again, another request that is bogus. The one that I have to drive home the most was this one, period, bro. I can't believe that they're running with bullshit narratives on Twitter. It's almost laughable, bro. Almost laughable. I can't believe they've been running with these narratives for as long as they have. All right, so let's get into it, right? Documents and communications sufficient to show the licensing rates with Spotify for the recording. Now, this doesn't make sense either because remember, he had dropped his case with Spotify. Apparently, they settled whatever the fuck. But the point is that him and Spotify, they already closed out their case. The fact that he's still bringing Spotify up is ridiculous, and it's him still trying to prove a point that can't be proven. He is just trying to hammer this shit away without it making any sense. He is missing the nail. Hold on. All documents and communications relating to the recipe of royalties for the recording from Spotify, including but not limited to documents reflecting the monthly stream share of the recording. So back to the stream shit. All documents and communications relating to the use of bots, here we go again, artificial streaming, or similar methods in connection with the recording or image video of any platform, including but not limited to Spotify, YouTube, and TikTok. All documents are reflecting the performance engagement or streaming metrics and individual post analytics of the publications of the recording or video by accounts under your control on YouTube, including such metrics as analytics available on account and or channel dash. This is fucked up, bro. Now they're just going to ask for the analytics for Spotify, YouTube, and TikTok. Are we serious, bro? Like, you just want to just look at the analytics, bro? That is stupid. Beyond levels, bro. Beyond levels. It's just asking for petty-ass information. That's like me as a YouTuber going to another YouTuber and saying, let me see your analytics, bro. Let me see your analytics. Like, what the fuck is that going to do, bro? That's not going to do anything. The analytics are going to show what it was, bro. It is what it is. Documents sufficient to show the specific playlist the recording was added to and removed from Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, YouTube Music, all that shit, whatever the fuck. Request number 70, all documents reflecting the performance engagement or streaming metrics, individual songs, analytics, back to the stream shit, back to the stream shit, back to the stream shit. Documents sufficient to show by the hour demographic of listeners, including such listener ages, genders. Back to the analytics again. So they just asked for the damn, bro. They just asking for the analytics, bro. About fucking 10 of these fucking requests is in regards to analytics. All of it is just analytics. They just want to look at the numbers. Bro, this is fucking stupid. This is like you asked for the numbers like 10 times back to back to back to back to back. All document, and this is the one, right? This is the last one on this page. All documents and communications with Kendrick Lamar Duckworth, his agents, or anyone working on his behalf, which is Dave Free, Anthony Soleil, PG Lang, possibly TDE, but they weren't on the list, so maybe not. To the meaning or intent of the recording, image, or video, or any portions thereof, including but not limited to showing all these lyrics from Not Like Us. And I believe there's more, because when I read this, I got this from a screenshot that somebody had sent me. So, so there is more than just 78 requests. Let me see if I got the other one right here. Get the likes up, y'all. Shout out everybody that's in the chat. We'll see what the chat looking like, bro. Shout out J Tom in the chat, bro. Shout out to Tiffany. Tiffany, what up? Shout out everybody. Shout out Tasha. Shout out Costa. Kalani, what up? Kalani, what up? Oprah, what up? King Hammer in the building. Shout out the mods of the chat. Shout out Alonzo Smith. Shout out everybody in the building, man. Shout out Josh, man. Josh, what up? SSYA 96, what up, bro? How you doing, man? B Lover, what up, y'all? What up? Shoe Nice Ladner, what up, bro? Everybody doing their thing in the building, man. I appreciate everybody being in here. Second Charlie in the building, bro. What up? Flex Your Mind Network in the building, bro. What up? How you doing, man? Costa, what up? Costa in the building. Tahara in the building. What we got? We got Ekis Nor in the building as well. Everybody get the likes up, y'all. Furry B Production. Shout out to you, bro. I appreciate you always tapping in. Shout out to 99. Shout out to everybody in the world, man. I appreciate everybody tapped in right now. The craziest allegations have to be the ones from Kojo so far. I haven't read all of the requests. I'm going to look for the remainder of them. Hold on, let me see. This is page 23. Let's see. That's the same shit. I guess they haven't put it on here, y'all. I think I might have to pay for the other shit low key, but whoever sent me that, bro, big W, because I think that is the other thing that I'm trying to hammer away. Does anybody have the link? Anybody could put the Discord link in the chat. I'd appreciate it, bro, because I just want to know the other allegations. I know they're probably fucking horseshit, but I want to know if they bring up Kojo again, just in case. Shout out everybody in the building, bro. Shout out Moni in the building, y'all. Big shout out to Moni. Holy shit, Moni. How you doing, man? Keep killing it. I appreciate you, Moni. Thank you so much. You know I'll be on Twitter now, though. I'm trying to join the good fight, y'all. Welcome to the bill, man. Everybody get the likes up. Everybody hit a ball. Everybody spoke up, bro. Everybody do what you got to do. I'm gonna get into this next case. Anybody got the next case, bro? I'm telling you, bro. I'm exposing shit. I'm exposing shit right now, bro. Ain't nobody was talking about this fucking shit with fucking Ramon Alvarez Smickle until I started coming around calling this shit, bro. I'm telling you, I swear to God. That's the shit that fucking drives me crazy, is that they're running on narratives from a racist on Twitter. Moni, if you're in here, do you know or are you aware of No NDA Podcast on Twitter? I'm pretty sure you've seen them. Moni got to tell me, man. All right, y'all. I'm gonna try something new, y'all. I'm trying to bring some people up on stage, man. This link right here, if you hit the link for StreamYard, you could join my stream and I could pull you up and we could talk, bro. So anybody that got something to say, you let me know right now, bro. Back to this, bro. I think that they were mad about Kendrick's contract because they couldn't find anything incriminating to call out. They said that it was incomprehensible and unreadable. But I believe that they're only claiming that solely for the purpose to get more information because they weren't able to incriminate any information that they already had. Big shout out to Moni for the donation, y'all. Big shout out to Moni, W Moni. Put the roses in the chat, y'all. Big shout out to Moni, man. W Moni in the chat, y'all. Day one supporter, man. I've always appreciated Moni for being here, always being a supporter of the stream. Thank you, Moni. W Moni, y'all. Look, bro, I don't really think that Kendrick Lamar's contract is going to really do anything. It's not going to say anything incriminating about Drake. It's not going to say anything bad. If he looks at the terms and conditions of his contract, it's not going to say anything that is going to put him in jeopardy at all. If you want to look at how much Kendrick Lamar gets paid, so be it. He just fucking sold 39 fucking stadiums around the fucking world. So whatever he gets signed for a contract is different from what he's making on the dollar over there on his tours. But the point is that it's never been about the money. You want to look at the terms and conditions to see if there's anything that you could incriminate. It's just plain obvious that you only want to incriminate the individual by trying to get something on the contract that would make him look like a guilty party. The only problem is that your fucking lawyer is stupid and he thinks that he said that it's unreadable. Either he doesn't know how to read, or there's something there that he doesn't, or there's something there that he can't see that he wants to see. See what I'm saying? And how do you even know if they redacted it? You never even seen the contract in the first place. You never seen the contract to begin with. How would you even know if there was anything missing at all? I feel like they're just stalling for time. They thought that they were going to get this contract, and they thought that they got him. They thought that this was the gotcha moment. We got his contract. We got his contract. Whole time they look at the contract and there's nothing there. It's just X's and O's and ones and zeros. Like, what the fuck are we doing here, bro? You want to see how much I get paid? You want to see my pay stub? You want to see my check stub? Fuck it, bro. Look at my. I don't give a fuck. Look at my pay stub. I don't care. What the fuck? What is that gonna do? Look, and this is the thing that I was trying to tell people. If you just joined in right now, what I was trying to tell people earlier, bro, is that if he is trying to prove his allegations of women abuse, that means that UMG could go around and do the same shit. If you're trying to prove your lyrics as fact, then they could go around and try to prove Kendrick's lyrics as fact. The problem is that now Drake is playing dirty. You want to prove your hyperbole lyrics to be fact. Now you are stepping past your boundaries. Now you are trying to say that what you said is true. This is different than what UMG did. UMG had tried to accuse Kendrick of being opinionated and spitting hyperbole, no facts, just opinion, right? This is just sparring and rap battle. What Drake is doing is the exact opposite. He is trying to say what he said in his rap music is true. Now he's trying to say what he's saying is true. Yeah, he is. Look, I'll show you right now. What was it, like in the 40s? Oh yeah, look right here. I just put abuse. Yeah, right here. On January 1st, 2014 to the present, all documents and communications relating to allegations of domestic violence, violence against women, and other forms of violence committed to Kendrick Lamar. But the problem, like I'm telling you right now, is that he's trying to say that his word is bond. He's trying to say that what he's saying is facts. That can't be the case, bro. That is worse than what you're accusing Kendrick of. Kendrick, the lawyers for UMG are trying to say that that was opinionated sport. This is hyperbole. This was just rap battle, and it wasn't meant to be taken serious. Now you're saying that you think that Kendrick really did those things, and you have to prove your hyperbole as fact. Drake now has to prove what he said in an opinionated sport as a fact. The problem is that none of this is true. And the other thing is that now UMG could go around and try to prove Kendrick's lyrics as fact. Well, if you want to try to take it to court and try to prove that Kendrick really did these allegations, then let's try to prove your allegations, Drake. Let's try to prove that you tried to, and you on a yacht in Australia. Why did you cancel your trip to Australia? Why are you being seen at the Mark Hotel? Why does this guy named Ebony Prince have all this information about you and a girl named Gloria, and about how an innocent victim was bleeding in your room? Allegedly. Let's talk about the Hidden Hills. Why is Vlad TV saying that there was some crazy parties that you can't speak of because there might be some incriminating shit that happened at the Hidden Hills? Let's talk about how you went to the Mark Hotel and you referred to yourself as Richard Fitzenwell, and how you were on the Monkey app with a kick streamer named Snow on the Monkey app. You see, if you want to prove that your lyrics are facts, UMG could go around and try to do the same shit. If you want to go down that route. And they will, bro. They will, because you already did that. You instigated something that I feel like is going to put you in a worse situation than you thought it was. What happens when UMG hires their own private investigators? What happens when UMG starts to subpoena people? What happens when they start to subpoena people from your camp? Let's not even get that deep. Let's not even get that deep, bro. What if, bro, they decide to subpoena Baca? Nobody big, right? Somebody that we all know. What if they just decide to subpoena Baca and they put Baca on the stand? And they tell him Kendrick had quoted certified lover boys, certified pet. And they tell Baca, are you signed to OVO or affiliated with OVO? Baca's going to say yes. Are you accused of human? Baca's going to say yes. And then, hypothetically speaking, UMG could just say, when Kendrick was referring to certified lover boys, certified pet, he was referring to your sick friend Baca for having those fucked up charges, and you had him around all this time. They're going to ask him, why is he still around? Allegedly. Let's keep it 100, y'all. They could do the same thing to him. And this is why they warned him in the first place. Nah. What did Drake say in the Heart Part 6? Nah. You're not done now. You're going to finish what you started. I swear to God, bro. They're gonna say why he's still around, bro. You're following through. You're following through, buddy. You're gonna tell it like it is, man. Why you prosecuting Baca? Allegedly. You must be a terrible person. And Baca got a weird case. Why is he around? Oh my God. Shout out J Tom, man. W Mod in the chat. Shout out Monique. Shout out Sophie, Jennifer, and Spock the Doc, man. King Jams, man. What up, y'all? What up, Tip Tip? I see you. Sometimes I'm at my desk and I say, why is he around? Oh my God. You know, it's crazy because they could really do that, bro. Like, Drake is trying to subpoena Kojo, which they can't find right now. What if they subpoena Baca? It's possible. At this point, it's the same thing that Drake is doing. Everybody kept thinking that UMG was playing dirty with Drake. Everybody kept saying that on Drake's on all the Drake fans kept thinking that UMG was playing dirty. I said it time and time and again, bro. I think that he is not even I think they're not even going as hard as they should. They're not even playing as dirty as they can. Lawyers could play fucking dirty, bro. Lawyers could be really cutthroat. And I think they've done all the safe steps to keep their, because remember, Drake is still their artist. They're doing all of these steps to keep him protected. Shout out King Hammer for the moderation, man. I appreciate you, man. I appreciate you staying, thugging it out, bro. Big salute. I hope you had a good day at work. Shout out to everybody who is working right now, watching from work. If you're getting out of work or if you're going to work, I appreciate you tapping in. I'm glad that you tapped in. You could have been anywhere in the world right now, bro, but you decided to tap into the Ville. So welcome to the Ville. The Ville is back. The real is back, and we back on these people's necks, man. Fuck them. Drake's a female. It's crazy. Shout out 3 Ports Down, man. Shout out 3 Ports Down, bruh. What if Kojo isn't a person but a shell company? Hey, someone said, what if Kojo is actually the mole? That was the crazy part, bro. Kojo's the mole. But yeah, that was just my take. Like, I think that was just Baca, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Oh, let me see. Let me put that in here. Baca is like, if they bring Baca to court, bro, I would lose my fucking mind. I said, Kojo is the mole. I'm telling you, Kojo the mole. Kojo the mole. It feels like it, right? Because why would they target Kojo off rip? He was somebody that knew. He was somebody that knew academics. He was somebody that Drake knew of, and he was tapped in with Kendrick Lamar and his team. What if they thought that Kojo was a trustworthy person, and he ended up being the mole at the end of everything? SZA the Mo is crazy. Nah, I love SZA. God bless her heart, man. Bring Millie Bobby Brown to court is crazy. That's crazy, man. That's crazy, bro. Nah, you're a crazy motherfucker for saying that shit, bro. I swear to God, bro. Nah, don't say that. SZA cool, bro. Don't do that. Look, hold on. Let me see. What? Oh, yeah. So, yeah, bro. So if he wants to talk about domestic violence and if he wants to try to get into this narrative and try to claim that what he said in a rap lyric was real and was facts, UMG not only would have to disprove that easily, they would also turn the tables on Drake and now look into him for his allegations. But there are legitimate pictures and videos of Drake on stage. From January 1st, 2019 to the present, all documents and communications relating to Dave Free, yeah, and his relationship with Kendrick Duckworth and his children. Now, and this is again, this I feel like was not necessary. This, I feel like, I hope the judge, and the judge is Mexican, bro. I hope everybody realizes that the judge in this case is Hispanic. Shout out to the Mexicans, bro, that work hard in the judicial system. But that's one thing that we got to talk about, bro. Mexican moms don't play about their kids. Mexican families don't play about their kids. Drake is out here trying to make this claim about Dave Free. I pray to God that Mexican judge looks at that shit and fucking laughs, bro. I hope she gets offended. I hope she gets offended. You don't play about family, bro. But let me give you my theory. These allegations that Drake is trying to spin, they're going to bite him in the ass because UMG is going to investigate him the same way. I think if they decide to go the same route, if they decide to stoop down to Drake's level, I believe that they are going to try to fucking pin something on him that is so crazy that it's going to go viral on the internet. I think that they will try to throw something in there. Rather, they bring Baca into court, they bring up Millie Bobby Brown, or the video with him on stage with the 17-year-old. And that's just the very, very surface of everything. We're not even going to get into the Bark Hotel. We won't get into all the other shit that we talked about, the Hidden Hills. But imagine if they did that. Imagine if UMG decided to request information from Drake. The same way that he's requesting the same way that he has a document request for them. Imagine they do the same to him. And when they do that shit, bro, let me tell you this. When they get him, they're going to try to bury him with the craziest info. Bro, you think UMG give a fuck about Drake if he's going to try to fuck with them like this? Now, remember, that's still their artist. They've been playing with baby gloves this whole time, trying to be nice because they don't want to do their own artist dirty. He still has to make them money at the end of the day. But if he's willing to go out swinging, and we know that Drake isn't a good gambler, but if he's willing to put all of his money on the line, I guarantee you that they are going to wash the fuck out of him. They are going to do him so dirty that everybody is going to talk about it. Even if they couldn't prove it, just think about his own record label calling him a pedophile, bro. Remember, at this point, UMG was saying that these were just hyperbole statements made by Kendrick Lamar in an opinionated rap battle. But it's different when your label starts to say that you are a creepy fuck who has crazy history with young women. When your own label says that shit about you, that shit is going to go viral like a motherfucker, bro. And think about how long they've been signed to Drake. Drake wants to prove his innocence from 2009 and back. Nah, bro, let's talk about all the shit you do from 2009 and the 15 years you've been famous. That's where the shit really pops off. We're not worried about 2009, Drake. We're worried about 10, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, and 25. What were you doing in the years that you were signed with UMG and you had all this money? You had all this access. You lived in California, in the Hidden Hills. Why did you move out of the Hidden Hills? Why do you and French Montana have snipe commandments? Why do you guys have rules about smashing chicks? Why are you in California in the Hidden Hills in a hot tub with girls at the age of 17. If What's the Dirt got anything right, it was that, right? The YOLO house. Remember the YOLO house? Y'all remember the YOLO house, right? The YOLO mansion. What you say? He said Kendrick should say nothing. Let Labrie spiraling. Baby, I'm just spiraling. I swear to God, bro. Shout out Absol. On God every day, man. Shout out everybody that's been tapped in, bro. If you want to tap in and get the merch, make sure you tap in the merch. King Hammer, if you could post the merch in the chat, bro, I much appreciate it, bro. I'm kind of off my rocker right now. You know I'm off my rocker. Anybody like to donate to the channel? I don't make super chats on the lives at this time, not until September. So if you'd like to donate to the channel, you could go ahead and hit the Cash App. The link will be in the title or in the comment section. You don't have to, though, bro. No pressure, bro. But if you want to give the channel a like or the video a like, I appreciate it. That means more than anything as well. Hey, God been in a lot of conversations. God don't like ugly. Who said, hey, let's talk about it, bro. Now that I got y'all here, let's talk about it. Who was the motherfucker that said, if I'm lying, let God strike me down? Who said Kendrick Lamar is botting streams? If I'm lying, God strike me down. Hey, bro. Hey, bro. They said, hey, bro. They said Kendrick Lamar is botting streams. If I'm lying, God strike me down. Hey, bro. If you know, you know. If you know, you know. What Pusha T say, bro? Oh my God. Bro. I don't know why they did that, bro. I swear to God, man. But nah, it would be crazy though. Like, you gonna make them take a DNA test, bro? You gonna make Whitney take a DNA test, bro? You gonna make Dave Free take a DNA test, bro? What are you gonna do, bro? Documents and communications. Like, if that will really prove if Dave Free is the father. The only way to prove if he is actually the father is if they did a DNA test. No text messages, no communications about I think or what this or whatever the fuck that you think might happen. That is not going to be the case. The only way to prove this shit is not through documents and communications. The only way is a DNA test. So for the fact that you're asking for documents and communications, it seems like you're too pussy to ask for the DNA test. Let's just keep it a buck. You're too pussy to ask for the DNA test. Why ask for documents? Ask for DNA. We're in the court of law. Or are you scared to lose another 75 grand? Do it, pussy. Do it. Ask for DNA. Don't ask for communication. Ask for DNA. I triple dog dare you, bro, to fucking ask for DNA. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen, bro. That shit is out the window. You see, there you think that when you read this, it's like a gotcha type of thing. It's not. You see, if he asked for DNA, I probably respect him more. The problem is that I don't think that he would come up with a good enough reason. I don't think that he would be able to come up with a reason proper enough to make the judge be like, okay. Remember, this is a Mexican judge. Mexicans don't play about their family, bro. When you talk about kids being other kids and shit like that, nah, bro. I wouldn't doubt that this woman is a mom and she'd be offended by that shit. Drake is so fucking sexist and so into the Manoverse that he don't even realize how fucked up he sounds saying that shit. You're accusing Whitney of being a cheater and fucking Kendrick's friend, bro. You're bringing in a wife into the courtroom in a lawsuit. You sound fucking bonkers, bruh. You sound fucking stupid. You're bringing up a woman in a lawsuit. You're a man that lost a rap battle, and now you're bringing up a woman and her children in a fucking lawsuit? It's just hitting me right now, bruh. It's just hitting me right now. You're bringing up women and children in a lawsuit because you fucking lost, you poor piss shit. What the fuck? What the fuck, bro? I beat somebody's ass if they ever did that shit. I swear to God. I swear to God. It ain't friendly where I'm at. I swear to God, bro. Hand on the Bible. Somebody got mugged right in front of my house, y'all. I swear to God. I swear to God, bro. Somebody got mugged in front of my house, and they had to pull him out on the stretcher. They had to take him on the ambulance. It ain't sweet where I'm at. If anybody did this shit to me, bro, I'm beating the ass after the courtroom. Cold blood, bro. They just threw him out in the street. Threw him out in the street while we're all chilling outside. Everybody gathering around. Now, you think, bro, this is real life shit, bro. Hey, bro, I do it too, bro. I do it too. I don't give a fuck, bro. Nah, we keep it alleged, bro. Allegedly. Oh, my God, man. Shout out everybody in the chat, man. Hey, make sure y'all go get the merch, bro. I appreciate everybody that's just tapping in. If you're new to the channel, I appreciate you being subscribed. Thank you so much. Shout out to King Hammer for being the moderator. Big shout out to Moni, chilling with Moni. I appreciate you, Moni. If you don't know, I'm on Twitter. First time on the scene, going crazy. Shout out Sophia for the biggest donation of $50. Go W Sophia in the chat, y'all. Let's go, man. And shout out Jennifer, man. Shout out Jennifer, W Jennifer, and W Spock the Doc. Big W's in the chat, y'all. That's the link. Go ahead and make sure you tap in with the moderator. Get the link. Click the link from the moderator and tap in to get the new merch, y'all. I need to get the other document. I don't pay for court listener because when you pay for court listener to tap into the documents, you got to wait like a week to get certified. You got to put your ID in. So whoever sent me this shit, if you have access to the other 78 plus requests, if you could send it to me on the Discord, I appreciate it. So I could look into it thoroughly. I'll probably try to find, if they're talking about this NFR podcast and all this propaganda that they're finding on Twitter, I could most likely find out some more shit if you send me the links or if you send me some information over there. Yeah, W Sophia in the chat, y'all. Let's go, man. All right, y'all. So we're going to get to the final thoughts. Last 10 minutes, I've been on live for 3 hours, so I'm going crazy. We're going to get to the final thoughts. If anybody wants to tap into the Discord, bro, y'all tap into the Discord. If you want to tap in, if you want to stay around, stick around. I appreciate you so much, bro. But let's just everybody tap into the Discord right now. King Hammer, if you could drop the Discord link in the chat, I appreciate it, bro. All right, so we gonna pull up everybody, bro. Final thoughts. If you're new to the channel, I don't talk about the subject at hand, but we might because we're gonna be in the community of the Discord. So we're gonna get our shit off. You want to stick around, stick around. Fuck it. If you don't. I appreciate you tapping in anyways, bro. I love y'all. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart, y'all. I swear to God, bro. Promise, man. I do this shit for y'all. Yeah, we doing the call, bro. We doing the call. All right, yeah, okay. I'm in this bitch, bro. I'm in this bitch now. All right. I'll put my camera up on here. I got my drink in here and shit. All right, y'all. Hold on, I gotta share my screen. What up, Hammer? We got a moderator in the chat, y'all. Hold on. Let me see. I'm gonna try to fix this shit. Hold up. All right, I'm gonna stop sharing. Hold on, I'm gonna put this shit right here. Share screen. Window. Entire screen. Let's go.
Yeah, I had to jump off the YouTube video in order to be in here, so hopefully J Tom is gonna be able to do the links.
Nah, you're good, bro. You're good. We on final thoughts, anyways. All right.
Oh, all right, cool.
What's going on, y'all? Who LJ? What up, bro? What you doing, man? Can you hear me, bro? He got scared.
Looks like he popped off.
Everybody tap into the Discord, y'all. If everybody ain't tapped into the Discord, make sure that you tap into the Discord. If not, I'm gonna hit a bow, bro. We just gonna chop it up, bro. What up, Hammer? What you doing, bro? You just got off work?
Yeah, man. I'm over here 130 degrees right now. Got 15 points off of kicking hella dogs today. So all the field goals.
Let's go, man. Let's go, bro. Let's go, man. Hey, bro. Let's talk about it, bro. You saw what I was talking about today, bro. You tell me how you feel about it. Shout out Mermaid in the chat, y'all.
W Mermaid. All right, so this whole lawsuit in the first place is just mad disrespectful to anyone and everybody involved in hip hop. That's number one.
Right.
Number two.
Nah, yeah, bro, but that's what I was saying, bro. I was like, you really trying to get at the kids and the wife in the lawsuit?
When you brought them up in the first place, nobody brought them up except for him. He's the one that brought them up and brought them into the beach. Like, you're not supposed to be sitting there saying that your target is Kendrick only. It should have been at least. But he was over there worried about everybody else, thinking that they was all small fry when Kendrick not only saved himself, but saved them too, except for A$AP Rocky. I can't say enough about that one.
I mean, what? But the whole point was, well, he did target his wife also. I mean, in retrospect.
No, what Drake said was a pretty clean rebuttal. I'm not gonna lie to you. When he said, if you was having my BM back then, who was I hitting then? Like, right there, it's kind of like, oh, okay. Like, what can you say to that, Rocky?
Yeah, no, I fuck with it, bro.
That people gonna listen to. That was a hard bar, but at the same time, like, Kendrick still made it redeemable for anybody and everybody that took shots. And honestly, it's not like anybody's looking at The Weeknd different. It's not like anybody's taking Rick Ross different.
But nobody's looking at Rocky different at the end of the day because, like, he got the bitch.
I mean, he's got her.
That's what I was saying. He got the bitch that he wants.
Yup, he's got. Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's redeemable because, I mean, at the end of the day, Rocky don't really even have to say nothing. He got 3 kids with his dream woman. Like that's enough. I was saying, like, I don't know if Rocky's gonna be able to lyric himself out of that one in a bar one day, but honestly, he really don't have to.
I feel what you're saying. Shout out to Mermaid in the chat. Mermaid, are you there?
Jump in, Mermaid. See what I did there?
Yeah, I feel it. Oh yeah. Wait. Everybody tap into the chat, y'all. Everybody tap in. Make sure that you tap into the Discord, y'all. Make sure y'all do your thing, man. I appreciate everybody that's in the building. But let me tell you, bro. So okay. So let me break it down to you, bro. If UMG is deciding to look into Drake for pedophilia because he wants to look into Kendrick for assault charges and infidelity, how do you think that's going to turn out, bro? Do you think that UMG will turn the tables on him and look into him for all these accusations that Kendrick had talked about, allegedly?
Look at what they did to Michael. Of course they will. Of course they will, because no matter what, I don't know if you've seen this comment I made in there, but think about it like this. UMG is Rockstar Games.
Okay.
Drake is GTA 5. They just gonna milk him out until he's bone dry.
I like that.
The problem is that, you know, UMG knows like Drake has a very solid and core fan base. Regardless of what happens after this, he's still gonna have people that are dedicated and gonna salute him to the day that they pass.
Right.
Now, with them looking up and digging up his dirt and everything, I believe that we're going to see some skeletons we've never seen before, because imagine being a man of that kind of power.
How much you got away with in the amount of time that you've been successful?
In the last 15, 16 years.
Yeah.
Look at the XXXTentacion connection. Look at the Millie Bobby Browns. Look at that little girl on the stage when he was 23, she was 17. When, you know, when homegirl was waiting to turn 18, and then he took her out on a date right after. Billie Eilish tweet. There's way too many connections that I wanted to say can be dug up and just thrown right back onto him. Go ahead, unapologetically, Jade
in the building.
Chat.
What up, Jade? What do you think about this lawsuit and the updates that we've talked about up until this point?
Man, it's crazy. I'm still stuck on the asking about information on the kids. Like, why would UMG even have that?
Hey, but the crazy part that I was trying to say, like, why don't you just ask for a DNA test? Wouldn't that prove what you're trying to say in the first place?
But I always thought this case was about defamation against Drake.
Right.
Why is Drake using this case to try to prove
what he said? Right. No, you're right. Yeah. But it's because it's the same reason why he's getting bogus shit on Twitter and trying to put that shit and try to spin it as facts. It's because he has nothing. He has to go to low tactics to try to prove. Now he's trying to prove a point. This is like, and fuck, bro, I don't want to say it, bro, but this is like, what's the dirt on Twitter with the whole Kojo situation? Now you're trying to prove, bro, I'm telling you, bro, now you're trying to prove a point. You want to be right so bad that you're willing to go out swinging and be wrong. This is a gamble. This is not stake, bro. You do not want to take this gamble and try to lose, bro. This is something that you're not going to win. You're not going to hit the jackpot on this shit. We're not the slots.
They're willing to sacrifice ethics for their ego, and I don't appreciate that, because you at the end of the day, we're all human. If we see a random John Doe sitting there talking to a kid on the side of the road, we're gonna pull up on him and ask him what he thinks he's doing. So at least in my part of the world, we don't play that around here.
Right.
You know, and you know, I got kids. Even before I had kids, I'm like, yo, like, why would anybody find that to be something like a human desire? Like, that's just disgusting. That's just gross.
It's lowball. It's lowball. It's degenerate as fuck.
Yeah, but when you have money and power and you can get away with it for about 15 years, or even longer. You know, look at the whole Epstein situation. They're pulling all sorts of strings trying not to have that list out. Like, and I already know there's going to be a lot of people we know that's on that list.
You talking about the Epstein list, bro? Yeah, bro. I swear to God, bro. Like, they didn't even show us the Diddy list, let alone the Epstein list. But
those are just examples of what people were getting away with right under our noses. So imagine, this dude has been doing it for, like I said in our last talk, your character validates your music. If you are sitting here and having all these strange activities and whatnot going on, and we're all making connections, and it comes out from UMG that you are exactly what Kendrick called you, then not a lot of people gonna be rocking with you no more. Maybe Cell Block 1.
So it said UMG better not fall for that and try to prove anything in court. It's all hyperbole. After court over the air out his shit. And this is a thing, and shout out to Yam, because this is the point that I was trying to make previously. They were playing really soft. They were doing baby gloves on Drake, don't you think? Both of y'all?
Oh yeah. 100% agree.
Because they could have gone out the gate and been like, well, what Kendrick said was true. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and tried to prove it. Like, but they're just trying to save them. That's all they're trying to do. They're still trying to milk them like GTA 5. Like I said. They're still wanting to get whatever's left in them so that they can still profit, because of course he's most marketable, low light skin, half white, half black dude, and he can appeal to any and almost all cultures. But the problem is that who is he? He don't even know. They know. Look, and let me ask Jade this, right? Jade, you tell me, if you were a judge and you heard that Drake wants to get these claims about this dude sleeping with his wife and the children not being his, how would you look? How would you look at that, being a judge and as a mother at the same time?
Well, I feel like as a judge, I would have to take that aspect out of it, but it would make me question why. What does that have to do with anything?
What does this have to do with defamation?
It would start making me question this whole case. Like, what is it you're actually trying to discover? Because at this point, it seems like he's just trying to use the lawsuit to gain dirt on people.
As a defense lawyer, I would just object with relevance, because that has nothing to do with what's going on between him and Kendrick. There's no way to branch in a wife and kids who are completely innocent throughout this entire situation.
Oh my God, you're right. What does that have to do with defaming you?
When he's the one that brought them into this entire situation.
Of course.
Because I mean, even if Drake does prove that, say in a world of space that this is true, that doesn't mean that Kendrick's lyrics were not hyperbole. That just means that Drake decided to do a song that was true. That doesn't have any implications on what Kendrick did. So that's why it's like, it doesn't even make sense.
I agree, because it can't be fact just because you want it to be. And then the other thing, nothing is here for your benefit. You wanted to play the game, and now you're mad because you didn't check me, and you're over here throwing a tantrum.
And you know what's crazy is, because it's like you said, that has nothing to do with his claim of being defamed. If anything, now you're trying to you're
at straws, bro.
Yeah, you're trying to grasp at straws to try to prove something that isn't there. And the problem is that isn't what you started with in the first place. Like, I know that he will use 40 different requests in regards to streaming and bot streaming and all types of streaming that he's trying to accuse Kendrick of. But the real problem is that now you're trying to shift the attention to what you're trying to do in trying to prove Kendrick Lamar as not the father of his kids. Like, how does that even defend your stream farm allegations? How does that even defend your allegations about being defamed? It doesn't prove anything. If anything, now you're trying to prove what you said is real in a hyperbole rap battle. Now you're trying to say what you just said in a rap battle is true. Nobody is doing that. UMG never did that. And now I feel like you put yourself in a position, now you have to prove what you said in a rhyme was true. That's what I'm saying. UMG was being soft on him. They were trying to control their artists.
I'm telling you. Meanwhile, 4 or 5 years ago, he was in court telling the court, you should not take rap lyrics seriously. In defense of Young Thug.
And top 5.
Yep, exactly. So it's wrong when it's against him, but right when it's against someone else. Which,
yep.
He's just playing the victim. And, I mean, for all light-skinned people around that claim that, for all the light-skinned people, I'm sorry, that love Drake and everything, I get it. I'm light-skinned too. But I've never sat there and disregarded my principles, my morality, my I want to say my values, my virtues, never came from Drake. Never a day it came from Drake. My party days, yeah, sure. Like, it was nice to throw him on, but that's all he's good for. He ain't good for the growth of your soul. He just wants to keep you in one mindset that's poisonous to you, that promotes derogatory behavior. And honestly, that character left me more than 10 years ago. I'm a man now, and Kendrick has definitely helped me when it comes down to the music and seeking therapy, seeking help, outside help and everything. But he's just mad. Drake is just mad that he is completely wrong, and he's kicking and screaming, being dragged away into the Ja Rule territory. Ja Rule ain't never did this.
Hey, bro, Ja Rule did nothing wrong, bro. Nah, I'm kidding. Nah, he did.
No, he did.
He did.
Ain't this bad?
Eminem was like somebody, bro. When I was 5 years old, the first book I read was about Eminem.
What?
Yep.
Sorry, Bill. But go ahead. I'm sorry, my boy Flex.
Oh, Flex in the building, man. Shout out Flex in the building,
hey, what's good, Flex?
About time you joined my Discord, bro. I was in your bitch for a long time, bro.
I'm in his. Man. You gotta know. I'm just trying to be tapped in with everybody. But Flex, he's one of my favorites. I'd rather listen to him than What's the Dirt any day.
Yeah. I mean, when it comes to Toronto, bro. I mean, I'd rather listen to him than Friday. Oh God.
Flex is one of the only ones that's putting his city out on the map.
And he was there at he was there at the Toronto concert, bro.
Oh, I know.
What's up, bro? Tell me what it is. Shout out Flex Your Mind Network. Everybody tap in, bro. What's good with you, bro? Hold on. How you doing, bro? Let's go. Oh, man. My boy, man. Turn your camera on, bro. I know you got a PC and shit. Turn your camera on, man. I don't want to talk too much. Nah, do it, bro. Bro naked right now. Join. Nah, tap it. I was like, nah, I just playing it, bro. Nah, I was playing it. You good. No, he's like, no. Nah, turn your camera on, bro. Turn your camera on, bro. We do, bro. I'm talking to myself. I'm talking to 3 circles right now, bro. I feel like PG Lang.
Oh, no worries. I got you. I'm gonna go grab the tripod.
Come on, y'all. Come on. Get it together, baby.
Nah, you by yourself.
Nah, don't worry. Nah, Jade, you okay? Jade, you okay? But Flex, no excuse, bro.
Say that.
Hey, that's what Curtis told me. He's like, hey, bro, make sure the camera like got you correct. I was like, oh shit, bro, my bad. I'm shy like a motherfucker, bro. Nah, not really. I be on this bitch.
I be shy.
For real. Shout out Curtis King, man. Curtis King, everybody in the building. You know I'll be on Twitter now. Shout out your closet, bro. I appreciate you, man. Thank you.
This guy's in the closet, like
yeah, because the kids are asleep and the wife is over there trying to sleep. So you know what? I think I'll just be quiet in here.
Shout out, bro. I appreciate you tapping in, man.
I got to. If I don't, shoot, these kids gonna come through.
Oh, girl, I'm hiding in the living room, like in the corner.
Let's go, man. We got a party in this bitch. Let's go. What's going on, y'all? So tell me, Flex Your Mind, what you think about the whole situation? I know you be watching, bro.
Oh, I tapped in heavy. I can only hang my head so much, man.
Tell me, Crody. Tell me, bro. Tell me, bro.
Saying, all right. Where do I begin, man? It's just with everything I'm hearing, all this garbage, nonsense. I'm trying not to cuss them,
Nah, fuck that.
All this.
We going viral, bro.
all this shit.
Yes, sir.
Bro, how? All you had to do was sit down and make some good music, bro. Was that so hard to do?
That's all we asked for.
Bro, everybody's telling you, OGs, even the young niggas, like, bro, what do we? And you couldn't do that.
All he had to do was get in the booth and say how he felt.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's all he had to do.
Nah, but now this man is crying on tour.
All he had to do was hit one of these. Keep moving forward. I just want to flex this real quick.
So let me tell you, Flex. Let me tell you real quick, bro. What would you do if someone brought up your wife and children in the court of law?
Oh no, it's over for you. I'm sorry, bro. You want to go that far? Let's talk. Like, bro, you're bringing up family at this point. You're playing games.
In the court of law, bro. That's crazy.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. His Caucasian side kind of showing. I'm just saying.
The Karen.
You're the one telling him to do this. You know it's her.
Yeah, no doubt.
What they say? The Drake Karen. The Drake Karen. Is that what it is?
She was like, baby, sure.
She put glasses on. She had the bottle of wine ready. She was like, I think you should sue.
Yeah. I think you should sue. That's wild. Nah, chill.
I was wondering though, because what if he's like, because like the whole Kai Snap situation, wasn't he supposed to do like?
I got a video on that, bro. Let me know your thoughts.
Like weren't they supposed to work together? I feel like he's distancing himself again from him because he's probably going to bring him up again later on.
That's why I fuck with you, bro. Hey, bro, that's why I fuck with you, bro. Because I was about to do. I got like a 30-minute video on that shit that I got cooking up, bro.
Damn. It's been like 2 months since that stream was supposed to go live.
That motherfucker canceled, bro. That shit canceled, bro. He on ice, man. We gonna do Party Next Door. He's canceling the fucking concerts for Party Next Door right now.
There you go.
You know how I know that Drake is full of crap? His first Iceman cover was him with the shortcut, and his second one is with him with the braids. You can't grow that kind of hair within that kind of span.
I ain't even peeped that.
Pay attention to the toupee. I mean the braids.
The Drizzy front.
I'm sorry. The parts. Yeah, the parts in the cornrows, bro. Those are too big. I'm sorry. I don't know if Monty can pull that off.
You can see the stitching if you zoom in real good. You can see the little cross. You know what I'm talking about.
Not clocking his lace front.
Yeah, I just said the Drizzy front.
The Drizzy front.
Blend those knots.
I forgot who said that shit. I think it was some dude named Marcus or some shit like that. He got a channel or some shit. Y'all, I don't know.
Yeah, so he hit the snap as soon as he got out the chair.
Nah, that shit crazy, bro. Nah, but so let me tell you this, bro. So like, when it comes to why didn't he ask for a DNA test if he's gonna talk about infidelity?
That's probably what he's gonna ask for next. You know they watching this.
Absolutely.
I would have respected him more if he asked for it off the jump. He don't. But if it was like, if you are so sure, why ask for text messages and documentation? How is that going to prove that the DNA between Dave Free and the mom matches up? You think text messages and claims on the phone is going to prove it when DNA can in the court of law?
But that just goes to show you that all the information that they're grabbing is literally from the internet, like what you said.
Yes, sir.
Like they're doing internet research, bro. Like it's like you're going on Wikipedia and you said, I found everything I need.
This dude sleep just like me. That's all I know.
Hey, shout out to all the parents in the chat, y'all. Shout out to all the mamas and the daddies, bro. I swear to God, bro. This is why this should be bothering me, bro. Because like, bro, you really don't even know how it is for you to put like an innocent mother and innocent children in a lawsuit to try to bring some shit up. I was like, bro, I'm faded as a motherfucker. But like when I was thinking about it, I was like, are you really? Because I'm putting myself in that position. Like if I had kids, like mentioned by somebody in a lawsuit, bro, I'll lose my fucking mind. No fucking way.
Yeah, that's on site.
And I'm sure Kendrick is pissed. Allegedly, we gonna keep it alleged. But
you know how a lot of people are complaining that Euphoria and Not Like Us is still being played in every GNX show. They're like, oh, you could just drop it, but you keep on, dragging it on. That's Kendrick taking it still to Drake saying, you shouldn't have mentioned my family.
My family.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm going to do this forever if I have to. You shouldn't have messed with them. And everybody's going to eat it up every time. I know every word of Euphoria. I know every word is Not Like Us. And proudly because of how Drake was acting. It's like I said, your character, and I stand by it, your character validates your music. I can't even listen to Drake anymore without it sounding off.
Mm-hmm.
It just is what it is. He messed it up himself by being a little bitch.
Ooh.
Just is what it is. I grew up listening to Drake. I grew up listening to Kendrick too, but I favorite Kendrick because he's more authentic hip hop. Drake is what Mos Def said, and a lot of kids don't even know who Mos Def is. Don't even know who Miss Fat Booty is. Trust me. When Mos Def said he's shopping music.
Make sure y'all tap in. Make sure you hit the Cash App, bruh. We're almost at the go. Hit the Cash App right away, bro. Let me know. Nah, you're good, bro. Keep going.
You muted, big dog.
Nah, I was talking to the chat, y'all. Hold on, give me a second. Keep going, keep going. If y'all like to donate to the channel, bro, the Cash App gonna be on the top right corner of the video, bro. Y'all let me know. We tap into the Discord as well. If you don't want to donate, that's fine. You can just like the video. I appreciate everybody that's in here. If y'all want to chop it up and have a good time in the community, let me know.
Mos Def, Jizza, J. Rule the Damager. Like, a lot of people don't know, like, what real hip-hop is. And I've been trying to tell my friends, like, yo, you can't sit here and tell me what you're listening to is not the same song on repeat. All they talking about is the same thing. Money, cars, clothes, women, bitches, drugs, and how in more derogatory activity instead of how to avoid it and how to build yourself from the community that you're in. That's the music that I grew up on. That's the music I grew up on. But this shit, all we're getting is so many of our young children being, YNs and wanting to be cool, pushing P and shit like that. Like, I sound like a old man, but honestly, it's better music than what
is being presented for the youth today. Yeah. Yep. Hold on. Shout out to Zenus for the $50 donation, bro. Let's fucking go, man.
Big salutes.
W Zenus in the chat, y'all. W Zenus in the chat. Hold on.
Don't forget to subscribe to Flexion My Network, King Hammer, J Tom.
I appreciate y'all, man. W Zenus in the chat, y'all. Hold on. Let me put that in the chat, y'all. Let's go, man. W Zenus, y'all. Let's go, man. W Zenus, y'all. Let's go. Look, but hey, bro, but fuck that. I was talking about this shit a month ago. All this shit that I was covering, bro. I called it a month ago, bro. That shit fucks me up. Bro, it fucks me up so bad because I'm talking about this shit and I'm saying it like I think that they're talking about this to make these people look guilty before they even go to the court of law. And then a month later, they bring up the same situation that I talked about, but they don't even know that they're pushing an agenda by an account that was saying the N-word so freely. This guy's a fucking racist, and he's trying to blame Rock Nation. What the fuck are we doing here? He's a racist, bro. He called Drake the N-word. He called Kendrick the N-word, and then he deactivated his account and came back and acted like Rock Nation hacked him, bro. The fuck you want me to believe that, bro? What does Rock Nation got to do with Kendrick Lamar, bro? Oh, because the Super Bowl? Like, what the fuck? They're in shambles, bro. And what pisses me off so much, is that they're willing to talk about kids and children when you're out here picking shit up from Twitter from shitty accounts that use racial slurs, bro. What the fuck are you doing, bro? Like, your lawyers are finessing the fuck out of you, just like the private investigators you paid to look into Kojo. None of that shit works.
All the lawyers eating right now. All the ones Latin McNon.
They made money off that kid, bro. They made money off the boy, bro. I swear to God, bro.
I can already see them right now. They're like, oh, I never had a filet mignon. They're like, sir, that's a filet mignon.
So look, let me tell you this, bro. What happens when you just get shit on the internet and you throw it at the wall and try to make sure it sticks? How do you feel about the desperation right now at this point? Because that's what it feels like to me. I'm sure somebody on the other side of the spectrum is gonna try to explain how they think this is all fair, or that they got him by the legs. But from the way that I look at it, it looks like he is desperate to try to make sure that something fits.
Hey, you ain't got the right puzzle piece, man. That's all it is. That's all it is.
Mm-hmm.
You're trying your hardest, you're not going nowhere. Now you look foolish.
You think, and you know what? You know what I got to say about the puzzle piece situation? It was like, bro, I was putting this puzzle together since the very beginning, bro. And I feel like if I could break this down as just a bystander, imagine UMG's lawyers, bro. Imagine how they will tackle this case. If I could do what I'm doing now, imagine somebody who was going to school for it and getting paid billions to beat Drake's ass in court. You think what I'm doing is bad? Imagine them, bro. You think what I'm doing is crazy, bro? I'm doing what if I could go to court. You see, I'm not Joe Cat, bro. I mean, I see Joe Cat on my Twitter, bro, and I ain't trying to talk about that right now. But I see him on my Twitter, bro, and I was like, if I did what Joe Cat did, and I try to put myself in the fire, try to garner attention for no fucked up reason, and you're not the only one. It was the other person too. That other girl, Merchant, I think that was her name. But if I were to do that, I'd probably come out with more information than they ever would. I'm coming out with the real, bro. But I ain't trying. I ain't a bitch though. I ain't going to court. Like that's the thing though. See,
Yeah.
I judge Drake because he went to the court. I ain't going to the court. But I'm gonna let the public know. I'm gonna let it know what it is. If I could garner the attention that other people garner when they make these propaganda and smear campaigns, I would be able to prove them in a reverse Uno type of fashion. I would be able to correct that shit the minute that it happens. That's why I started, bro. I got on Twitter and made a thread just so that way people could understand the situation about Kojo, because people are trying to say all this, what's the dirt, is trying to come up with this narrative. And I'm like, bro, I've been covering this shit before anybody started, a month ago, like 3 weeks ago, actually. And I feel like every time that I look into a situation or I try to cover a situation, they're barely getting hip to it, but I already have the information to calculate and come with the how do you say it? With the correction. Like I could already hit them with the correction, bro. Because they're barely looking into it now. I was looking into it weeks ago. You see, I'm ahead already, bro. When they were talking about Kojo owning LLCs, I'm talking about him getting scammed or them trying to make him look like a scammer. That's the crazy part. And I only do this, bro, because it fucks me up, bro. It fucks me up. Because people think that I'm just talking my ass off. And I'm like, bro, I'm really trying to tell y'all that they're just trying to come up with any narrative that they find on the internet, and they're trying to piece it together to try to make Kendrick Lamar look like something that it's not, bro. It's not. But at the same time, go for it. I'm yapping.
I was gonna say, I feel like Drake fans are actually working
Right.
That's like just doing what mommy and daddy does. If they do it, then obviously it's okay for me to do it. But nobody's telling them that it's wrong.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, there's more I can say.
Yo, King, you know I can turn up right now. I promise you.
Turn up, bro.
These kids asleep. They lucky these kids are asleep because this is not how I would like to be talking right now.
I'm just leaving for the live, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, bro.
Look, one of these days I'm gonna go live and I'm gonna need y'all to tap in with me.
No, I got you, bro. Hell yeah, bro. Let me know, bro.
No, I'm down too. You know, I got a channel as well.
Oh, shout out Jay, man. Hell yeah.
I think I'm subscribed. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Hell yeah.
It's all love. Support is free. And
Hell yeah.
That's why I leave it out.
For sure, bro. That's why I'm always tapped in with everybody, bro. But look, I'm gonna get off the Discord right now, and I'm gonna hit y'all back soon, man. I appreciate y'all tapping in.
Yeah, man. Of course. Salute, man.
All right, salute y'all. Appreciate y'all, man. Hey, man, W community, y'all. I appreciate everybody that's in here, man. Hold on, let me see. So, just to get off this, I appreciate Red W, everybody that tapped in, bro. Shout out Jade, shout out Hammer, shout out Flex Your Mind Network, J Tom, W Zenus in the chat, y'all. Let's just see what y'all were saying. Just tap in before we get off here. We heard nothing. My bad, bro. I have my mic muted up for a second. So if a channel played all the disses, they are compromised because only Dot have free access. I thought all of the songs were available to react to. Look at this. So Knox Hill reacted to the shit, and he said that he was able to monetize this shit. This is a Drake song, and he got monetized. So what he's accusing them of, he's already guilty of too. All his songs were whitelisted to YouTubers also. So there's no point of trying to put that on Kendrick when you're guilty of the same shit. You're guilty of the same shit, bro. Come on now. I'm late. Will this be on the page so I can rewatch? Yeah, I don't think I pushed the boundary too hard. At least I don't think so. If anything, I'll probably put it on the Patreon later. So shout out to Jav. I appreciate you. Great combo, y'all. This is the unapologetic Jade, by the way. Shout out Jade. Shout out Jade in the building, man. Let's go. Shout out. Hey, one more time for everybody that's donated, man. Shout out to Zenus47 for always supporting. #1 moderator. Sorry I'm late, but no, don't worry about it, Zenus. Don't worry about it, Zenus. We managed pretty well. You could catch us on the replay. Also, shout out Monique. Chilling with Monique, man. She actually tapped in while she was hanging out, bro. So I appreciate Monique. Shout out to Sophia. W, Sophie in the chat. W, big W to Spock the Doc for kicking it off. W Jr. as well. I appreciate everybody that was in here, bro. Y'all can catch the replay to see the important parts at the beginning of the live stream. Man, I'm thankful, bro. I really am thankful. Don't forget to check out the merch, bro. Don't forget to check out the merch, bro. I got the merch up. I really appreciate it if you tapped in, made a purchase, liked the video, donate to the channel, whatever you can do. We won't get back to it till September, but I appreciate everybody that's tapped in. W Live, W Community. Shout out Zenus, Monique, Sophia, Jennifer, and Spock the Doc. Hammer, moderators, Izzy, what up, bro? I appreciate you. W's in the chat. Shout out Zenus, Javi, Jade, everybody, bro. Leo Thomas, what up, bro? I appreciate you, man. Everybody in the building, bro. Let's go, bro. I caught this shit. Since the beginning, bro. I caught this shit, bro. Fuck that. Let me talk my shit before I get off, bro. I fucking called everything. Before that shit, hold on. I called everything, bro. Fuck that. They don't know. They don't know, bro. They think we're stupid, bro. I appreciate y'all, man. I'm gonna let it ride, bro, because I'm about to lose my voice. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all on the next video, man. Peace.